Welcome to another Hoot 3 Stage 1 game. I'm your host Zonda. We have Mental Mendel on co-commentary.
Hey Zonda, glad to be with you.
Let's introduce players. Player 1.
Oh, I am an okay potato.
Player 2.
Hey, it's CW Tron.
Player 3.
Hey, it's Michael.
And player 4.
Kaiser King me.
Alright, we got birds, crows, woodland lions, bats, and cats today. Winter map, S&D deck. We're ready to take it away. So player 4, feel free to start the draft. And of course, flip those cards face down before you pick your faction.
Yep. Ah.
All right, not too many games left in stage 1. I think this is nearly everyone's final game. Actually, I don't know about Smichael, but Utron and
Smichael,
Kaiser, it's their last game.
Smichael has 2 left, and okay Potato has 2 left.
We'll go birds.
Man, I was just about to say, I think birds was going to be the pick here.
Pretty common pick.
Yeah.
This is my hand, right? That just got plopped on the table. Everyone else's cards are accounted for, or
the face down one that's over here?
Yeah.
You're talking about this, I'm assuming. Because this one is Utron's.
Yeah, these are mine.
Yeah, this is yours.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This one that you get the black hand ping by
black
the
hand
birds.
ping? Okay. Thank you. That's why I was asking.
Yep.
Righty.
All right, real question is charismatic or not? And I think they can definitely afford charismatic here, both in terms
on this
of
map. Yeah, definitely.
both in terms of the draft and the cards in hand. They got birds and mouse.
Unceremonious. Then we'll be charismatic.
All right, we've seen a couple of good despot games lately, so starting to doubt some of the charismatic players. Some people just not feeling like it. But always good to see a charismatic game.
I'm good.
Curious to see if Bats is the next pick. Maybe Woodland Alliance.
I could see it going any direction really. But crows and cats definitely more likely to fall to seat 1.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm between 2. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I wonder if it's the 2 we're thinking about. Crows have the opportunity to extort both bats and cats.
I'll play WA.
So a little bit less reason to want to go either of those.
Bird's not happy to see Woodland Alliance pick next, but not entirely unexpected.
Drawing the supporters.
Just take 3 and then you'll put them in your supporter area. Just
Can I just click 3? I can look at them, right?
Just draw 3. Hit the number 3 to draw 3 cards.
Yeah.
And then what you want to do is while they're in your hand, flip first and then drag them to the supporter area. And then you can flip them back over. There you go. And you're the only one that can see that zone.
Here and no one else can. Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. And then that's it.
Cool.
Definitely expect Utron to go bats, I'd think.
All right.
He seems to like him.
I will go.
But might not. Just kidding, we see it anyway. Bats going before Woodland Alliance can make it harder to cover sympathy. And birds going right after them makes, also hard.
See.
This could end up being a tough matchup for bats, in my opinion, but we'll see. This could also be a very tough matchup for charismatic if cats are not picked here and bats get it out of the way. But we'll see what Potato likes.
So, Potato. I don't know if you're planning on going cats, but if you are planning on going cats, cats and bats can have an acrimonious relationship sometimes. So
This is
I
good to
don't know.
establish early.
You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but I think us talking about it might prevent us getting each other's way later about where you think you would set up if you went cats, or if you're thinking about going cats.
That is more, yeah, more likely than not. I'm leaning cats. Not
Okay.
super comfortable on either, but I can at least semi-pilot cats to like 20-ish points and sort of pray for good RNG. Location for setup is an excellent question.
So the reason I'm asking is like probably the way my faction works, I'll need to set up on some cat cardboard at some point, but that can be really annoying for you. So ideally, I'd try to set up on wherever your workshop is going to be, because I think that generally is the least annoying. But I don't know. I'm guessing you're probably going to go in these double slot clearings, like up here or down here. So if, yeah, all right, I'll just pick a place. But
Yeah, I'll be honest. This top row looks a little bit more attractive for me at the moment, with charismatic down here chilling.
yeah,
but
that's kind of
Yeah,
what I was thinking.
we're just chilling.
Yeah. All right, so I'll tell you what. I'll start in.
So I like the conversation
I can
early.
start in like 1 or 4 or 5 or 8. My
But I
first
think
move will be trying to get onto your workshop, unless it's gonna like really get in your way. I could also
definitely some planning ahead.
I can't imagine it's going to get that in my way.
All right.
I think bats just want to
do you
put
think
their
you're gonna
two
put the workshop
guys
in a double slot
in one of
clearing or
those
in
areas.
1 or 4?
They don't need to do it with the 4 because they cannot. The bats have to go next to
Probably in
like a homeland, not on it.
I'll start here.
It would be pretty funny if after all of this,
And
okay, Potato chooses crows.
Yeah, get extorted.
the turn 0 coalition's always nice.
yeah.
But this is a good change of pace from what we've seen.
It will not last. It's the classic meme of like, this will be good until it's not. Then it'll get tough.
Good difference from other recent cat bat games we've had.
I think I'll just go here.
So hopefully bats here can manage a good relationship.
Yeah, I wonder if UW Tron was maybe a little aggressive in the early talking here, in trying to like really suss out everything. I might have just said, hey, we don't have to have
that's my setup.
acrimonious relationship, so let's try and work together.
I wouldn't call it aggressive, but he's
I will choose
borderline asking for a lot.
Well, I wouldn't be sad. Do whatever.
Yeah, no, I will choose cats. All right, I've flipped. Okay.
Unsurprising that crows are benched.
Why can't I select my hand fully? Anyways, that's fine. Cats. Okay, choose Homeland clearings. 1, 2, and 3. This makes sense. Put 2 warriors in each of the Homeland clearings. All right.
Birds are very excited to see cats chosen as charismatic.
Saves a lot of trouble.
Put one clear in each other. Okay, every other clearing. Keep is going to be placed into 2. No. Keep will be placed into 3, sorry. Sawmill will be placed into 3. Workshop will be, those two want to be reversed. 2 will be sawmill, 3 will be workshop. And then 1 will be workshop. Okay, cool. And then
what are your thoughts on the placement of the
building
buildings?
track, blah blah blah. Yep. Okay, and then I need to discard 2 cards.
Yeah, if we're good with that, then once everybody drafts down to 3 cards, we're ready to start. This is also a good time to leave and rejoin if you have any visibility issues, like if you can't see cards that end up in the decree.
Okay.
The main thing I'll be concerned about for cats, I think, is if they're not gonna take enough space. Like if they just stay in 2 and 3, they're not really they don't have enough space to build. And I think that's the biggest risk to just setting up there. They could have they didn't have to pick workshop in 1. Could have picked something else. But also they didn't have to pick a homeland in 3. Alright, looks like we're all good. The deck is now shuffled. We're ready to start. Good luck, everyone. Let me know if you need anything.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Right, I place 1 wood at my sawmill. I can craft using workshops. I will not choose to craft this turn. 3 actions.
But this is a pretty good deal with cats and bats early, because cats do not need to entreat that
Build
workshop much,
3.
and cats don't want to get in the way of the supply
using
line.
This wood.
Which there's a chance that 1 does do that,
We'll be building
especially if
sawmill.
birds go away from that direction, like if they go towards 7 or
Victory
12,
point.
and cats go more
I
towards
will
like,
be
you know,
overworking
4 and 8.
in 3. No, sorry. Overworking in 2. Apologies. Using mice in a bush.
But cat's trying to build in like 6, and then bats going to 1. That's where it gets more problematic.
Next, I
With the
will
setup.
be
But it's not like the end of the world. It's just, you know, it's just
building 4
creates problems.
recruiter using this wood.
Spend that bird card to recruit. See if they go bold.
That's really the only other standard thing that you expect to see turn 1. But not too many people doing that this tournament.
Anything else?
Build overwork build.
And sky couriers.
All right.
Nice. Like to see it.
Take 1 more action.
Either march or recruit.
I will recruit.
Yep, recruit.
So
March can get some of your guys out of the birds area. But we have a recruiter in the keep.
Evening.
And
Draw 1 because I only have 1. Yep.
Yeah. Kind of standard cat opening.
Sorry, I have to take 1 more victory point because I built this recruiter.
Yes, good job. Okay, so just checking that if I set up in 1, at least for the time being, that's not gonna cause
Do your
too much
thing.
consternation. All right, cool. So reveal some cards. I'll reveal this, and I'll move from 5 to 1.
When you reveal the cards, can you like put them up in this area? Thanks.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh wow, bats with coins.
I'll assemble.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
In 1.
We'll see how the table responds.
And a
whether
bird
they
ambush to scare
craft them.
people for later.
8.
Yeah, really good hand.
All right.
Yeah, that worked out pretty well.
Song, daylight, nothing happens. These are going to come back to my hand. I will not do anything with the bunny. With the feather rufflers, I'll empower an 8.
Okay, I'm trying to get some loyalists and succeeding.
The loyalists, back to
Only a 0 would have been worth points.
and then I will not do anything with the last bird card. No crafting. Move to adjourn. This flips. I'll pick this one up. Sorry, I missed drawing at some point. Oh yeah. I need to draw a card. There we go. Now I will pick this up, and one flips.
Oh wow! Another bird card.
I have 1 governing assembly, so I score 1 point, and then I draw 1 more card in my turn.
Really hoping they get a fox card.
All
Max.
right.
Then they can really
just
be
so I have
humming.
this straight for the whole game. So anytime an assembly is governing, I would have to entreat to be able to spread a sympathy in that clearing. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
And then it would be the same thing for revolting. Like if I had one there, I would have to entreat to be able to place the base there as well.
Right, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Sound a little unfamiliar with the bats matchup.
We'll reveal or spend a red.
Okay, where does Woodlines go?
Place
10.
here.
All right.
This yellow.
We'll see if birds do go that way or not.
Sympathy here.
Because you don't really want Woodlines to set up there.
And
if birds do go that way, they're either gonna have to craft or give up a bird card.
will be.
So I assume they don't.
here.
In terms of what Wood Alliance can
points.
potentially revolt in, though, if they don't receive any new supporters, it really is only 10 the way they set up. They could not have picked any other
Okay.
box
Spread
clearing.
sympathy, daylight.
And also been
I
able
will
to spread
not
more.
Craft.
Don't want to start an 8
I
after
will
all.
just
Could actually just craft coins
mobilize
turn
my
1,
whole
which is
hand.
kind of funny. But gonna mobilize instead. Probably better for the
I
tempo,
will
and you want to get
draw
that
a
base
card.
after all.
And then my turn.
Yeah, I agree.
All right.
I would have done the same.
Almost tempted though.
I'm gonna put that there and this here.
Okay.
Classic.
Pretty expected bird turn so far too. It's just a matter of which direction do they go.
Not gonna craft anything.
Because it might be worth giving up a card just to prevent a
I'll
potential
move
base in
4
10.
guys up to 7.
But birds don't want to give up a bird card yet.
Cats, I'm gonna
Understandable.
battle you in 7.
It will not
Ambush. Come.
Okay.
All right, 1-1. And then I will build. Get a point.
Looks like we're gonna have a
draw a
pretty
card.
quiet chat this evening.
It's just the early game. I'm sure we'll get more into it after a couple turns.
Simple, unproblematic birds.
Nothing too
Yeah,
crazy
I
from
mean-
anyone yet.
Yeah.
Nice little start. Okay.
I'm sure it'll heat up more turn 3.
You would think I would know what to do already, but already on turn 2, I have questions. Because somebody's going to kind of have to slow down this Woodland Alliance. I'm not super interested in it being me. So
Cats do get to
Nobody
choose
ever
somewhere to hit
is.
if they want.
And they're going to be a little boxed in by martial law.
That's true.
'Cause
Yeah,
all
I got 2 clearings choking me out here, kind of. So I'm a little bit strapped
Yeah.
for real estate here.
Fair
But
enough.
longer term, I agree.
It's hard to get around martial law on winter map sometimes. But
Starting with dropping
we'll see what
wood
happens.
over here and over here. Ba-ba-ba.
After all, Wood
Yeah, I
Alliance
imagine
just
Workshops.
might not do anything
not
for a while.
3 actions.
I'd assume that
Let's do-
cats are going to build in 8 or 12.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Recruit
8
again.
for sure.
I'd want to get a recruiter in 12 probably.
1.
And recruit.
Do I need 2?
Then could march if you want.
Ba-ba-ba, 2.
Or could battle of sympathy.
Bang, bang.
Don't want to give up a bird card though, so could do both.
No. Is it? I can't do that. Okay. Well then I'll just do bang, bang. That'll be 1, 2.
They could bring their guy from 10 to 11 to 12. If they wanted to protect that a little bit more. I think that's reasonable.
I am going to build in 12 a recruiter.
Problem is I think birds are just going to hit 4 next turn.
2 points.
So you don't want to move out of that.
Using the 2 wood I have.
But I think this is looking okay for if
I
cats
am going to
do much of that stuff I just described.
recruit. 1, 2, 3. And then I am going to move from 9 to 5.
Right, getting out of 9.
You kind of need rule to do your stuff, Mister.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you? What's your recruiting situation?
Well, it's pretty easy for bats to
There if needed.
just recruit there.
You know, I'm just gonna move one guy into there for now. Cool. So that'll be my 3 actions. I will draw 2, and then I will end my turn.
All right. Well, now birds might go after 12 if they really wanted to hit something for possible cardboard. But they could just put a card and move and go to 8 instead. Or maybe it's time to hit Wooden Lions. You never know how some bird players are going to play. Bats with a lot of birds, though. And all these factions want to get birds. So they got a little monopoly on them right now.
Would you be willing at this point in the game to oversee a sympathy token?
Yeah. It really could just last for a long time. No one wants to walk into it and hit it. Bats can last a long time on top of some sympathy. And if you guess right, Wooden Lions is never going to actually revolt there.
Which one would you take if you were considering it between
9.
6, 9, and 10?
9, the corner. They find bats.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's more difficult for other factions to get to.
Yeah. Birds don't want to walk twice to get there through sympathy. Cats don't want to walk back into it. There's no other. There are no other warriors there.
Wooden Alliance, I could defend one of your sympathy, but I don't want to get blown up. So,
all the sweet talk coming out.
I mean, if you don't want me to defend it, just say so. But that makes it more likely I'll just attack the sympathy. If you are okay with me defending one of your sympathy, I guess tell me which one you're not going to revolt on, and I'll go there.
Hey, that's another way to approach it.
I don't really have an interest in 9 here.
Wow,
That's
what a deal.
I mean, bats got to get their engine up and running.
This is good for their engine. It's only going to be bad if they ever get hit. But if they can be nice enough with cats and not get in their way, I think they'll be okay. Because there's a bunch of sympathy between them and birds, the main faction likely to attack bats.
Banish, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I do think that if I was birds, I would probably resist my temptation to hit the cats because I just don't think that really helps the table at this point.
Birds have a safe battle in 11.
Let me just.
After that, they're gonna have to think a little harder.
Right. I should have said I would resist the temptation to battle cats where there's a building.
Yeah. There's definitely no need to weaken cats early. They're just not that strong of a faction where you got to stop them immediately. But there's definitely more reason to be afraid of, like, if bats shoot up way too quickly. Which in Kaiser's recent game as bats, earlier this week, really did actually get a lot of points quickly. Early crafts and that kind of stuff. Ended up getting a bit punished for it.
Okay, so reveal this guy to.
So Kaiser might be weary of bats right now,
Two loyals
and
with me.
may also underestimate them, considering how easy it was to get stopped. Okay, making use of those 2 loyalists immediately.
Then I'll do a recruit.
And probably going to 1.
I'll do a recruit into 5.
5.
Another recruit.
Interesting.
Into 5.
This is for martial law.
And an assemble into 5.
Or coins.
Because
that's not doing anything else at the moment.
I wonder what will happen with this.
With what?
That bake sale.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, can craft it immediately. Also,
make an honest living somehow.
Doesn't need to draw new cards yet, so bats are gonna shoot up kind of quickly because of that. We'll see if they're risking too much by going after coins.
I roll this so it does not flip.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I would want to craft coins this early if that's the move.
I can actually banish you in there now.
Bats really don't want to be a target.
Yeah, we're not in a rush, but they're gonna make it look like we are.
Yeah, that does actually work.
That said, they can just empower back on 5. They can pick it back up. They got another 2 easy loyalists.
Worth it. Okay, so move to evening. I'll pick up big sale. I'll banish the cats in 5.
Okay.
You said okay?
Yep.
Okay, set them up here.
Want to banish him to clearing 9 for me?
I do not.
Actually, banishing into the clearing that's now tied.
And empower in
Oh, he never actually said which one he was empowering.
Oh, the good roll.
Pick that up. Do it again.
Did you say what clearing? I think it cut out. Your mic cut out when you did it.
Oh, 5.
Yeah. I thought I saw you gesture to it, but not say it.
Okay, I did say it, but if you didn't hear, I did say it.
Okay.
Did no one hear me? I don't know how you handle that.
Is this second one that you're empowering? Which clearing is that in now?
It was 5. Yeah, it was in 5 both times. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you can do multiple in this.
Yeah, you can do it as many times.
Oh, I really always just kind of assumed that was a once per clearing. That does not say it in the thing.
Okay, the other 2 I won't do anything with. Then I will craft my coins.
Whoa.
All right, here we go.
Gonna be a 7.
For 3 points.
Scary bat.
Then I adjourn.
Kaiser claims everything is scary so quickly. It's just funny to hear every time.
So I scored 2
Always identifies some target that just starts off kind of quickly.
In my turn.
And it's scary.
You just like recruited guys into 9, right? Or assembled there and moved, like you didn't move into it and trigger outrage, right?
Correct. I
Okay.
placed an assembly and brought my loyalists. So
Right.
they just
Okay. I
appear
figured.
there.
I wasn't exactly paying attention when you did that. I was like, oh, there's 2 guys there. But
Yeah.
I figured you wouldn't have triggered it. So, all right. We'll go ahead and start out by revolting. And
Well, let's see how scary the bats do get
spending these 2
related
red
to
cards.
sympathy and all that.
So
Bird's not happy about this
cat.
base setting up right next to him.
Place a red base. I get 1 guy per matching sympathy.
Bat's gonna be sweating a little bit because they're on a,
So just 1.
they're on a clearing suit that does not have a base yet,
And then I
but not really
get
in
officer
too much
as well.
danger over there. You don't usually see Woodland Lions
Not
set
sweat
up
sympathy 'cause
bases
I
like
only have
that.
1 more supporter. In my daylight,
And it's just a benefit to Woodland Lions to just be left there.
mobilize my hand.
And mobilizing the 1 card. Couldn't do anything else after all.
From an evening. What's the what's like the official way to kind of mark which officers I'm using? Is that just like a lay it face down kind
There's no official way. It's just a personal preference thing. If you
Okay.
want to do something like that, some people like,
Okay.
Some people don't do anything.
Okay.
Just do the right number.
Alright.
You can move it out of the box if you want, though.
Yeah, I think that's usually how we do it at my home table, so I'll just move it out of the box. And I will just use that guy to recruit at my base.
Okay, another standard turn.
I will draw 2 cards and end my turn.
We'll see if Kaiser actually decides to go after Woodland Alliance en route to bats.
Not anymore, I'd assume. Too early.
Probably not, but it is
But they
funny
could.
because they identified bats as scary, but probably not going to do anything about it.
Yeah, that's why it's funny to hear them say scary and then just be like, oh yeah, well, I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. I thought you were saying it was just funny because...
Well, it's funny because it mirrors Kaiser's last match that I remember where, in that case, Kaiser was bats and Marin got off to a good start as frogs. And every time Marin did a turn, it's just like scary frogs. But it really did just look like he was saying it to say it sometimes.
Just a quick note:
So.
the fact that you were able to just like drop this, get the coin craft, and then remove it right afterwards is just like it feels so neat and tidy.
Yeah, that's actually pretty interesting.
Bats aren't always neat and tidy, but sometimes it works.
There's an interesting quirk of the faction. Bird's looking nice with that hand, though. We'll see what they want to put their bird in already.
Yeah.
They got options, but probably not throwing the fox and move unless they are actually going through 10 for some reason.
Right.
If they do that, they could paddle.
Put it in recruit.
Oh.
I don't expect they're gonna put the bird in recruit for a bit because they're probably not gonna get into, or I don't think anyone's gonna hit the birds directly themselves. Like the big worry right now for birds, long run, I think, is where are they gonna build in a few turns?
Yeah.
And that's gonna push them into cats, or also through all that sympathy. Because cats are going to build in like 8 and 12, and
I didn't expect him to revolt right.
Well, then what?
So
I figured that I was worried that was where it was going.
I didn't think I was gonna, with putting stuff in 12. I didn't think I was gonna pinch that much.
Yeah, if you're worried about it, you gotta remove it.
I'll probably lose this clearing and building, but that's is what it is.
Yeah,
Took the chance.
What's gonna happen?
But now we get Woodland Alliance right in that choke point, which is interesting. They're always going to threaten 11.
Okay.
Unless you just really want to take care of that Woodland Alliance, do the whole table a favor.
No, that's chill. I'm chill.
Really could throw 2 battles in right now. And then they could afford an extra recruit.
You have to ask.
Just throwing it out there,
But looking at a fox and bird,
Okay.
yeah, it's a mystery where the bird's gonna go. They got options. It's not going in build.
I'm gonna throw a bird into battle, I think.
All right, we do two. We have 2 battles.
Interesting.
The question is on what?
All right, I'm not gonna craft.
Because I think that's a little more scary towards cats in the long run. But maybe they do just go for 9. Probably not with not putting anything in move.
Is that how I want to do this? Oh,
So they got to hit 12, and they have a backup battle on 11. Or they got to hit 4 twice.
I need 5 to play around an ambush if I'm battling into 12.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they really need to leave too many guys in 7, if any at all. I'm not sure cats are going to just walk over there and battle them, even if it was undefended. Although it would give them a spot to build, though they have 8. Yeah, this is why I was thinking more to put that into recruit, just because I feel like it gives you more options in terms of having to take the cat's cardboard, or at least be able to build.
Yeah, it's just that in this specific matchup,
I'm gonna
I don't.
it and move instead.
Yeah, I think move is the safe play. The reason why I wouldn't recommend recruit is because I don't think anyone's gonna hit the birds anytime soon. Meaning, I think they might actually turmoil on recruit later on. So Kaiser's pretty experienced. Plays a lot of Digital League. Definitely familiar with birds, but maybe not, the most with Homeland stuff. You never know. But definitely solid player here. But I think 0-2 so far, so looking for that win to make it into bracket, right?
Okay, come on.
That's correct. A lot on the line for Kaiser in this match.
Yeah, Utron with the only wins in this matchup and has 2 of them, so looking to go undefeated going into bracket.
It's definitely a great place to be in your 3rd match. Don't have to feel too much stress.
Yeah, but now there's the bonus stress of you could have that perfect score going into bracket for the best possible seat. But seeing a second move,
martial law over here.
That's definitely a lot more resilient.
We'll move 5 over here.
Now they're ambush proof.
Is this what I'm doing?
Giving up martial law on 11.
Whatever. Cats, I'm gonna battle you in 12. Ambush.
No.
I think better to have martial law in 11 than 7.
All right. Electric Boogaloo, ambush.
No.
Ooh.
So I had that I realized they moved it back into
2 battles,
so
place a roost.
It was just the recruit in 11.
Well, I got a point first, I guess.
Yep.
So that was the only way it could have worked out.
Roost. 2 points.
But yeah, Cat's losing that building.
2 cards.
What do you think they're going to build an 8 on that turn?
I have a problem.
A recruiter?
And its name is the Bats, right?
Birds just hit him.
I have more than one problem, as it turns out.
Well,
okay.
Birds just turned building space into a problem.
Okay, well, automatically...
Recruiter's nice for that extra card draw, but Sawmill, you gotta
grab wood
get some points.
turn.
And they don't need the extra card draw right now if
Sawmills.
they just do like a sawmill in 2.
I will not craft using my workshops. I'll take 3 actions. Now, which 3 those are is an excellent question.
I forgot there was a building slot in 2.
Yeah, it's just that and 8.
Yeah, I was thinking it was just 8.
They could build overwork build and just not really worry about the situation, but you know, not really great long run.
My thing is,
That said, they only lose the second workshop and 1 cat if that does happen, so it's not really that big of a deal. Some points, and your stuff is very defended for the turn after this, and at that time birds are 100% going towards Wood Alliance.
1.
And then you can kind of move in after the birds leave. So that's like thinking a few turns ahead.
Yeah, I
if
definitely
you,
think that
do it that way.
If Woodland Alliance revolts in 6, that's real bad news for the birds and the cats. I think cats really would like to build in 6, you know, down the road.
Yeah. But I'd be surprised if Woodland Alliance gets a second base soon. Usually they don't want to do it so close to their original base.
I assume I couldn't convince you just to leave like 2 guys here to rule this instead of 5.
I mean, if I can rule it, sure.
Actually, that's not
Yeah, cats want to build in 5 and 6. So that.
I just need enough guys there to rule it. So the more guys you, I mean, if you build in like 5, I can move to 5, and then we'll be less in each other's hair.
That's a much better proposition.
Yeah.
I was thinking of going to 6 to move my martial law a little closer to hem him in a little bit, because I think Bird is just going to kind of walk up this wall and attack me, because I don't think he's going to be super interested in going after 10.
Yeah, if you extend your building, I can follow you.
Yeah.
And just try to camp on the outermost building.
Yeah, bats do want to be in like 5 and 8.
Have them be less of a parasite on you.
Well,
I can be way more of a parasite, don't worry.
Yeah, this is just a workshop.
They're not my biggest issue right now. If I was gonna be offensive, I would you know, go over here and attack this stuff.
Yeah, birds are the ones actually doing something to bats, or
which again,
to cats.
Probably a good decision.
Bats are kind of instigating it a little just by being in
again,
1.
The more I chill and don't do anything against Woodland Alliance,
And Woodland Alliance in 10 does the same thing.
Especially with a base
pushes the other 2 together.
2, 3.
So it's kind of on birds and cats to resolve their situation.
Is a little hemmed in at the moment.
Yeah, I agree that the base up turn 2 looks scary. I am hemmed in. I'm not going to be able to spread again, and I think bats is just going to continue to be the problem until something's done. So I think that's worth keeping in mind. And I can't do anything about it in the time being. I would love to revolt on a bat clearing, but that's not happening.
Yeah, I mean,
birds are going to catch up to me very, very quickly. They're going to.
Yeah, I don't.
Right. They've already got. Yeah.
A super early coin craft always makes things look awkward, but like, yeah, they're about in line with what's expected.
Yeah, the coins, they're doing okay.
On this turn,
I'd say bats are doing well right now.
1.
Coins make them look like they're doing really well.
3, 4, maybe 3. That would be.
Bats will be doing even better if the cats move out of 1.
1, 2.
Yeah, if bats can manage to set up in like 5 and 8, then
sure,
they're doing really well.
That's okay.
Or if they can go to like 2 or 3, but 3 is not going to happen because it's the keep.
Yeah,
and 2 is already a sawmill.
Do this math, I think.
So bats want to target whatever the next workshop is. And if it happens to be 8, birds might not hit it if there are enough guys.
Other options. So we tie on rule here. If I add one more warrior. Actually, I don't even care. I am going to battle you in 6, Mr. Woodland Alliance. Will you
doing that
ambush?
already.
I will not.
Okay. I will take my victory point, take your sympathy, and
Gonna give up a bunny.
take your card.
Could fuel the revolt in 9.
Oh, this one here. Okay.
Yep. Sorry, I didn't make it clear.
Not a bad idea, also.
Next, that is first of 3 actions. I am going to.
Gotta march a guy from 2. This is why I don't like there being no more guy in 5. But it was actually banished into 1.
That's okay. These things happen, and they're forgivable crimes. So you have 5 warriors here. I have 4 and a building. So we're tied on rule. If I add one more warrior, I will rule. Okay. I'm going to take a move action from 2 to 1.
Okay. Might go from 8 to 4.
I'm not going to do any other movement on this turn.
Yeah.
Hold on. I will move 1 from 3 to 4.
Okay, that's better. I'm glad they're not leaving 8.
Remember that bats can like paratroop into your sawmill if you leave it lightly defended.
Yeah, and they totally can. And then I would go militant in a spot on the map that I'm comfortable going militant in and regaining that territory.
Bats don't actually want to test cats like
But
that.
I think I need plenty on hitting 2, so yeah.
Yeah. Just to their credit. All right, so that was action 1, action 2, action 3 in 6 is going to once again be building my
All right, recruiter again.
and I'll be using 2 wood again.
Gonna get that card back.
And they're gonna spend the bird to take another action of march.
And then that is
maybe
action
recruit
3.
Bird to recruit.
I will spend Feather Rufflers to do a final move action.
Move.
And I am going to bring 1, 2, 3 guys here, and then 1 guy here.
You don't rule 1 or 5, so you can't do that. Second move.
That's sorry. Yep. If I did that in reverse order, is that fine though?
Yes, I believe so.
Because now I still rule here, so I can move from 1 to 5 because I rule 1, and then I'll move these 3 guys from 1 to 6.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, cool. That will be my 4. Let me discard this.
There's always an easy way to fix that.
I did draw 2 cards, and then end my turn.
But letter of the law, it was wrong. Let's see what bats do. They no longer have to move from 1. So that's nice for them. They have no reason to go over to 2.
Turn for sure.
I can hold martial law at 6 for a while. If you hem them in at 11, that'd be helpful.
Yeah, I could go to 11.
This is an opportunity for bats to set up on
that's more
11, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I let them get 11, but I'm holding 7 and 12.
Yeah, I think I'll stay away from 11 because birds are gonna.
Especially because they can always just move and.
Yeah, 11's not. Yeah.
11, martial law and 11 doesn't mean anything.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well,
martial law in 6 probably doesn't do a ton though, because they can move in whatever.
Yeah, same principle, yeah.
Well,
not exactly accurate.
But I don't know.
No, martial law on 11 means it forces the actions to happen in the evening, and they can only go to one of them.
More guys into 5 and just 1 guy into 6.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's the same. I think you did it correctly.
Tomato.
But if Woodland Alliance were that locked down by martial law, then they'd probably have a problem. But they also have 5, and they did just receive a bunny card, at least, so bats might be wearing a little over 9. Bats can set up on any sympathy just about at any time. And if they want to give cats a little bit of a breather in 1, they could do that and go to somewhere like 11 instead and try to make a deal with birds. I think that would be interesting to see. But I think birds would actually just hit them, so I think that only goes well for bats if they do make a deal with birds. Because birds might want something protected. Who knows? And there is always the funny scenario of what if you just set up on the base? Because that's got potential in the long run. It's just that Woodland Lions might actually hit you. But this early on, I mean, they've only got one officer, and you don't know if they're gonna be able to do anything about it so early. So maybe that's the play.
Yeah, I imagine bats are a little concerned about the potential of a revolt in 9, since Woodland Lions mentioned they would like to if they could, and they did just get that bunny card.
Did they say they would if they could? I didn't hear that.
I'm pretty sure they said something like, I would like to revolt in
Okay.
9, but it was a while ago. I think they said, or I don't think they said 9 specifically, but they were like, I would like to revolt on, where the bats are, but
Oh.
I thought they said that.
Well, earlier the only thing I remember them saying about 9 was that was the one that they offered bats.
Right.
Now with 6 gone, hey, maybe they do want to get a second base. Usually you don't see Woodland Lions go for a second base so quickly next to their other base. But hey, it's not like it's a bad thing. Everything has its pros and cons. Usually people just like them more spread out. That way they get more reach when it comes to using the officers. Because in this scenario, a base on 9, if you think about what it does for you in terms of like the ability to move organize, well, it only adds the ability to do that in 5. And that's a dead end essentially. Because, clearing 1 is 2 moves away from either base now. So a base in 9 just doesn't help. And neither would a base in 5. 6 is closer to 1. But well, that's not really much better than anything I already described.
Yeah.
As compared to like if they had a base in 2, well, I mean now that's that's on the other side of the map, so those are different clearings they have access to. But 2 is funnily enough next to the keep, so bad example. So really what they're looking for is a base in like 7 or 8. Obviously they can't do 8 because it's the same suit.
Switching to bats, I think bats could be perfectly happy to just rule these 2 cardboard and then just empower for 2 and score 4 a turn and be good for a while. I don't think they have to start to extend themselves.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sometimes just a minor thing. Sometimes you hear a little extra feedback on your microphone. I don't know if it's like not fully plugged in or something, by the way. If you have one. So I'll let you know if it becomes more problematic, but every now and then I just hear like a kind of annoying staticky thing. Like it cuts. Yeah, it sounds like it's just not fully plugged in, or a wire might be damaged.
I don't have a microphone. I'm just using the one that's in my computer.
Oh, wow. Well, I'll let you know if it becomes more problematic.
Okay.
But E-Tron likes to take a little time to think about these turns.
Oh,
definitely likes to mumble and talk about possibilities. So that's what he's been doing.
I mean, what do you think about just recruiting a little bit and then just trying to go for 4-point turns?
A 4-point turn? What do you mean?
Yeah,
like just empower and oversee 2 things?
Yeah, and then just try and empower for 2. I feel like it makes you less of a target.
I think they can get away with empowering a little bit because I don't think they're going to get hit anytime soon. The birds are not in any position to hit them despite having 2 battles. and they're not going to go through Woodland Alliance, and cats are also not going to go through it. So they really could get away with empowering this turn. It's just like, if they're doing that, they're not really going anywhere else. So, you know, they are okay where they are. It's just they probably want to find some more craftables, some more cards. So I don't know what I'd actually do as bats here. I don't really even play them that much myself. But Utron does I feel like I've seen him play bats quite a bit more recently.
Not great. Either.
But there are a lot of options bats have. Like, there's clearings 2, 10, and 11 that I think are all valid possible targets for bats. When you only have the 2 loyalists, you're probably only going to show up on one of them. Unless you're going to use all of your remaining cards to recruit on the other and then assemble. So, like, imagine it's recruit, assemble on 2, recruit 3 times, and assemble on 11.
Sorry, this is...
That's 6 actions. So, yeah, it doesn't quite work out. You'd have to split up your guys in 1. Like, you move from 1 to 2, then assemble on 2. Then you get access to your loyalists for 11, and you put all your extra guys there because you don't want to get hit by birds. You could do the same thing on 10. So yeah, bats, they could do that, but they'd be making enemies with cats over the sawmill for no reason.
Yeah, I don't think I would be that aggressive at this point. I'm not sure the card draw is worth upsetting the equilibrium.
Also, the bad thing about that is what I just described has no safe empowers. So all those bird cards in hands, basically not doing anything anymore, just because you're going to spread too thin, and now you're trying to govern over things that are actually problematic for both cats, and it's now an easy target for them because you don't have enough guys to protect it. So this really is the kind of turn that bats just need to sit back, recruit a lot of guys in a safe spot. You know, maybe consider whether you do want to risk it on 9 or not. But you probably do want a lot of guys on 1 this turn, I think. And sure, it's not ideal for cats, but cats can just build in 2. Bird's probably going to 8 though.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think birds are going to hit 8, maybe 11 with their second battle. You know, stay out of trouble for now. Cat's going to build in 2 after that, a sawmill.
Assemble.
Just, you know, build sawmill, recruit, maybe a march. Because as long as bats have enough guys on 1, cats are not going to just hit a workshop. That's, you know, the workshop assembly. And at that time, when we're starting to think about new deals.
Recruit here.
All right, going to 11. So this path is an interesting one.
Symbol here.
If they do this, I'd want to see them abandon 9, I think.
And then I'll recruit 2 more times. And then I will battle the birds in 11. I'll spend the card.
Ooh, okay.
Assembly there.
No ambush.
This is surprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, hedge the bets with
so
governing.
Score 1 point.
Willing to use up the mouse card for that. Good use of the loyalist just to recruit, get more guys. Pretty interesting to see that. Definitely not a standard bat turn.
11 with the first bird card.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I will pick the point.
Okay. I like that because they can do it again. Yeah, because now they're just gonna get loyalists.
Loyalist. Do it one more time in 11.
We'll see if they need it another time. Ooh, wasting the 0.
That's kind of annoying.
They only risk when doing it like this.
Should have done 9.
They got to take their point.
They don't get a point. They don't rule it.
Oh, right. We might as well empower in 1.
Yeah,
I don't think
that was the intent after all. All right. Well, no, they should still empower in 11. I think.
I will empower in 9 with the last bird card.
All right.
Oh.
What I should have done last roll.
Ooh, not rolling this one after either.
I'll take the loyalists.
But
okay.
Nothing flips, so they can just pick up 11.
Craft. I won't craft. So I draw a card.
I think they can leave 9 out there.
Adjourn.
Because it's net equal.
Picked up another mouse.
Oversee. I have 2 governing assemblies, so that's 2 more points.
Incoming scary bats.
Draw a card. I need to discard.
You're gonna say something like it. 11 points after 3 turns, pretty good.
Yeah.
Even 8 points without those coins. Also, birds just got hit, so hey, are you gonna hit the bats? Birds also got another clearing they can go for that isn't just 8. So not bad news for cats. It alleviates removing this roost in 11 actually alleviates a lot of the pressure in 1. Which buys bats a lot more time to just, handle 9 if there's no revolt there. After all, Woodland Lions can just spread into 5 and 11 potentially.
Yeah, I'll discard protection and end my turn.
Okay, let's see what they do. They do have those options.
How worried are we about bats now, or are we still not that worried?
I've been worried the whole time.
Michael does need to do this, they do need to ask because they feel the most inexperienced with them.
To be worried now that birds have also been policed a little bit, so.
See how susceptible to propaganda anyone is. Both Kaiser and Neutron are able to say what they want.
Does Woodland Alliance have a fox in their hand by chance?
So what's
in their hand? They just have bunnies.
Slowing down the bats. I don't have tons and tons of experience playing against bats that are in a strong position early.
Now, this can go both ways that I've seen with players with inexperience in a matchup. They either over-police or they under-police.
That's a good question.
Do you have any input, Birds?
I don't know what all you can do. I mean,
yeah, but Woodland Alliance themselves cannot do it.
Really easy for them to plop down assemblies on, like especially 9.
Kaiser took a lot of advantage on Sympathy when he played bats recently.
Like hitting them is the best thing, but that's not super duper a Woodland Alliance type of thing.
No, yeah.
But is it worth a revolt?
I want to talk it out. I can revolt in 9, and I think I'm just going to do it.
All right.
And I don't love having 2 bases right next to each other, but I think I'm.
Yeah, not the end of the world for bats.
I see myself breaking out of this corner anyway. I don't have enough sympathy to spread through 11.
After all, you got to entreat to remove it.
Or enough supporters, I mean. So I think I'm kind of just. Guess I'll just make do being stuck in the bottom corner here. All right. I guess it's not a bad consolation. Policing that's a little bit.
I wonder if they're just not considering
you're
Yeah,
treating.
scoring a
You need
point.
to entreat the
Oh,
assembly
yes.
at 9.
I will entreat. So you
All
can
right.
gain your loyalists. I assume you don't want those guys to all just get blown up, though you're welcome to do that if you'd like.
I'm good. And then I lose
Loses
a
the
loyalist.
immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so bats are now only in 1.
Whatever.
So if
Yes,
they want to get policed,
little
that's
thing,
where you hit.
As long as you're not at full loyalists, it's neutral.
Yeah.
All right, so I will revolt there.
Bats get to set up where they want next turn.
Removing that.
Honestly, I think on top of a base is a good idea.
Yeah, I was thinking about
will
that.
gain
That probably really should have revolted in 6.
1 warrior at the base.
Well, they never had the opportunity to.
Oh, because of martial law?
They also got hit there earlier.
I will spend this to spread sympathy to clearing 11. Scoring 1 more point. All right, let's do some daylight actions.
But they can train now, and this is a good time to do it.
That is true.
So this is the main benefit for doing the second base this early and next to the other one.
Dominance.
Because you actually get to get officers.
To train an officer.
Because people are not just going to walk into sympathy this game. You are going to need the officers and the bases for the resources. And only birds are likely to hit it, and they don't want to do it themselves.
I guess I will just spend this other yellow card and train another guy.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll see if Woodland Lions can make use of all these resources and get a little bit lucky with the cards they get. I don't think they're going to be accelerated by any factions here.
Let's recruit.
But we'll see in a couple turns if anything
recruit
adds up for them.
Recruit, I think, is what I'll do.
But any if there's like an or if there's a
to start there
sympathy that goes into 5 or anything like that, very easy target for bats for the rest of the game.
So be recruit a guy in 9. Move him to 6. Okay. Organize in 6, taking him off the board, and then recruit him back to 9. Does that make sense? Sorry, I probably didn't do that in the best way.
I think
it
makes sense.
Everybody tracking? Okay.
So 2 recruits move, organize. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So that simple will go here for
easy turn. Definitely better to pick there than 5 in my opinion. Although it looks annoying to cats. This is preferred over 5.
Draw 3 cards.
Why is it preferred over 5?
Oh, all right, it's my turn again.
If cats build in 5, they gotta probably defend it a little bit. And bats have to fight over the recruiter in 6. So that's a lot more annoying for bats.
Oh, I see. I see.
So it's not really a problem for cats because they know that it can't be a revolt.
Alliance, if I double trigger your outrage by taking out the sympathy in 11, will you not ambush me if you have an ambush?
Yeah, I won't ambush you.
Kind of stuff good for Alliance.
Taken out.
But Woodland Lions becoming a factor that might prevent or present a challenge for bats in the long run.
All right, I'm just gonna put a bird into.
But if Woodland Lions is careless and not coached enough, out of bad decisions,
we're gonna be a little silly, a little.
Sympathy's easy to govern.
What's life if you're not being silly and aggressive? I'm gonna craft 2 tea.
Yeesh.
Both of the tea gone.
Taking that off the board.
As if they crafted just one.
2 points.
Yeah, I'm gonna say birds are still right there with me.
Nah.
Yeah, I
appreciate the hustle.
Quick, but I don't.
You're gonna
I
be
don't know
2
if they're
points
right
behind me.
back yet. They still lost a point per turn for several turns by having that roost removed, so 2 points makes up for it a little bit, but not
That is 100% ideal for
Well,
birds.
that's why I did it.
right.
If I hadn't done that, they'd definitely be in a good spot.
Yep.
Birds love it if they only lose one roost basically all game.
Right.
They're basically guaranteed to win. Everything else
So
falls into
double
place.
recruit into 12.
You gotta hit them more than just once. Bat's doing it is a little funny to see.
Then I'm gonna move into 11, triggering outrage. I don't have any cards in hand, so
None at all.
Alliance.
I don't even get
Yeah,
to peek
good.
at anything.
Yeah.
Do I draw it into my hand first, or do I just have to move? I guess I can just move it directly into supporters.
Either works.
Confusing. All right.
Either works, yeah. But
All right, battle 1, Alliance. I'm gonna attack your sympathy.
No ambush, as promised.
Thank you.
And then I will draw another card for that.
Yep. Battle 2, bats 11. Are you going to use that bird?
nope. That would be really good for you.
Yeah, it would.
I'll decline.
My battles are done. I'm a builderino. If I can move my stuff out of the way. All right, 2 points and 2 cards.
All right, definitely feeling best about bats and birds this game. But the others will have a lot to say, that's for sure. Just, after this early game, that's how it feels so far.
I am going to place wood.
Yeah.
My sawmills.
I do think Woodland Alliance is a little more dependent on RNG at this point in terms of the cards that they draw.
Well, if birds keep going into that sympathy,
Crap,
they'll be
2
totally
workshops.
fine.
I will not. I have 3 actions. I will.
That's the scenario they win. Birds keep going into it.
That was my game plan.
And the more when Alliance goes into 11, the more that'll happen. That's the best place to use those evening actions.
Is to sit on a WA base because they're scaring me.
I still don't think I'm the scariest at this moment in time, but
well, scariest is relative, but
I mean, I think it's appropriate. It also can slow down birds because
optimal that I ended up with 2 bases right next.
Protecting a base is a good idea.
It's my move organized.
Now that there's a second base,
I had 3 clearings available to do that before. I still only have 3 clearings available to do that too. So yeah, I get the extra card, but other than that,
yeah. Now that there's an extra base,
is not as helpful as it normally would be.
They don't monopolize the ability to move organize by sitting on just one.
I don't love what I've got going, but I feel like I just kind of have to keep building no matter what, or else things are going to go poorly.
Yeah, we'll see if they
safe for you now because
defend 2 or anything.
So keep that in mind.
Yeah,
he has to rule 1
to get there.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a problem.
That's the game until you take care of bats there, unfortunately. He has no reason
not
to not
follow
keep
the
clocking
promise to move out of 1.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Well, you put a bunch of guys in 6. I mean, yeah. Sorry if I wasn't clear. I'm not gonna go to 6 if there's a bunch of guys there, because that doesn't make it easier for me to park there.
Yeah,
I just want to be where there's
you might
not
be better
guys.
off building in 5 this turn to give some bait for bats to sit on. Get them out of 1, maybe.
Yeah, if you put a building where at the end of the road where you're not planning to go past that, like 5, and you don't leave guys there, then I'll sit on it happily. But like 6 would have just like eaten up my turn trying to get into 6 for no reason when I can just chill in 1.
This is the cooperation that needs to happen between bats and cats, because even something as small as governing just 1 workshop, it's just in the wrong spot. It causes big issues. They need a lot of communication to work together well.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But for now, 1 is definitely the best choice for bats to sit on out of anything cats have. And it's not that bad for cats, but the more that the pressure is applied, cats might just snap.
I mean, it's the best space for bats to park in the entire board right now.
2.
Not just cats.
I mean, yeah. But, I mean, there's contention everywhere.
Sure, but I would argue probably the least amount of contention in 1.
Shit. I probably need more.
Not what cats feel.
I need more space, but I don't think I'm going to be able to buy more space.
This is the kind of turn that cats just need to sit and just fold up in somewhere like 2. Or they need to get birds off them and say, like, I want to build in 2, or I want to build in 8. You promise to not hit it for whatever reason. But they got to get that 3rd sawmill out. They're not allowed another sawmill. They're not winning the game.
Okay. Well, I am going to have to do something.
And they've got that spot in 2.
Different than I was planning. But that's okay. Oh, that is problematic for me too with that other plan.
But yeah, turn 4. Starting to get into some important moves.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the rather boring option of gently use knapsack at 3 to overwork. I will take my 3 wood.
Okay.
And I will build in 8.
That's a recruiter.
For 3 points.
Not the direction I would have expected.
That is my second action. Third action is recruiting.
But getting more guys out is pretty good.
Okay, and then I will draw 2 cards.
Because now I think now I'm wondering where birds are gonna go.
It's gotta be 8.
Yeah, but they could roll low in turmoil, so that's risky.
They've got that safety bet. They've got that safety battle in 11.
Well, sure, but I just meant rolling low in turmoil, like 2 1-1s in a row.
Oh, like, and then they turmoil on like recruit on a future turn. You're saying?
No, if they're gonna build an 8, then they need to kill that recruiter. So they got to do 3 damage. If they don't roll 3 damage total, they don't build.
Oh.
That's just what I mean.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, they've got 2 battles. They should be able to get it.
Yeah, it's likely, but do you want to risk your whole game on that? What you've been building up to? Because the turmoil here are probably not coming back for a win. Like, you'd have to make sure that cats somehow stop bats. And when Lions doesn't just win before then. Because there's all this buildup that's happened so far. Like, Despot could get lucky with getting Wooden Alliance sympathy, but you're not going to have many actions. So you're very limited in terms of how you can really get those points. Unless you got a really lucky card draw and happen to be sitting on enough extra cards.
Yeah, but I guess what's more likely, right? That you roll low twice on 8, or you add a card to battle and you have 3 battles. I mean, that's not what you want to do, because then.
Yeah, that's ideal, sure. If they had another bird. they can definitely do that. Then they could add another battle.
But if they do, what I'm saying is, wouldn't it be more likely that you turmoil because you'd have 3 battles to, you'd have 8, but then
no, you
if
throw
you
a guy
roll
into like
high,
10 or 4. So the idea would be you throw something into move and something into battle if you did that. So you'd have your you'd further hedge your bets if you roll well. But at that point now you're like, all right, well I got 3 rolls to do 3 damage, which is obviously even more likely. But yeah, I mean, playing with turmoil is risky. That's the point I'm trying to make. Some people do not want any chance of there being a turmoil. Some people are okay with the risk, but not every player. I'm not sure. This will be an important turn to gauge where Kaiser is at on going for the rolls or not, or if they just want to walk into like 9 instead.
What are the suited cards that birds have in their hand?
Tricky.
Mouse and Fox. And they could actually craft the Fox Bold Leadership for extra damage. Cats with no bird cards, but they have lookouts. They can't craft anything. They have reason to go after either a fox or a bunny workshop, in my opinion, in the future, but they'll have to get through something to do it. At the very least, they get to wait on it and see what the others are going to do first. We're on the Bats' turn, who they have 3 loyalists, and they were talking about sitting on a base, which I think is actually one of the safest places they can go right now, because birds don't want to have to hit a base. And if they do, well, the only one that they're going to go to is 9, because that's the one they can build in.
Just go there.
If bats were to assemble on 8, they could potentially cause the birds to turmoil.
That's true. If bats assembled on both 8 and 9, then yeah. Then birds would have to, birds would have to be able to build in 6, or 5, which they could get to, and could be able to do that in theory. So birds still have their options. It's just, gotta walk through sympathy to do the next ones. And do bats want to force birds to do that?
Well, they did pick on birds earlier, so I wouldn't be surprised at this point if.
But that's just good for Woodland Lions.
Knocking out the birds.
No, making the birds go through sympathy in order to build, because it doesn't. Like birds could just walk from 7 to 11, 10 to 6. They could just do that for their whole turn.
I guess I don't really want to do that though.
So wherever bats do set up, it does dictate where birds want to battle and to build.
I agree. Pivotal turn right here.
Could do that.
Both 9 and 10 are pretty reasonable options, I think. But 10 is a lot more annoying for Woodland Lions, despite... I mean, if birds ever were willing to hit either one, they wouldn't mind the base. It's just that they can also build in 9 if it comes to it. Bats setting up in 8 instead is viable. And the cats do not need another recruiter to actually recruit. They do have most of their guys out. What's a 1 guy in 8? All the way on the side of the board.
And then some power.
They're just not gonna empower over there.
Fine.
But this is the kind of turn where I want to see bats just sit on 2 pieces of cardboard and just build up their warriors to make themselves look unattractive.
Okay, so I'll...
And if they wanted, they could hit the sympathy in 6.
Bring the loyalists.
Ooh.
I'll clear these guys out because I'm going to empower a bunch, but...
They might be agitating there.
Spend these 4... do I want to put 1 in? So let's see, so there's going to be 1 guy left.
Okay, hasn't used any of the birds yet.
I could roll 2 3s, theoretically.
And then is the card in their hand is also a bird, right?
Yep.
Or 1 3. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll put 4 guys in 2.
So 2's safe for now.
Then,
but that's where cats want to build next turn.
Convene the woodfolk. I'll pick up the mouse and banish the cats in 2.
It's so unlikely that anyone's gonna
No ambush.
deal with bats here. But bad empower rolls.
Okay, send them to the keep.
Yeah, bad empower rolls mean a lot here.
Crossbow and empower in 2.
Because cats could attack whatever's left behind. Now there's a 3.
Classic. I will take the loyalists.
So no more safe empowers in terms of
ambush
points.
And empower in 2 again.
All right.
There we go.
Brutal.
Score a point. Pick up feather rufflers and do it again. In 2.
Okay, pretty
Okay, I'll take the point.
Close to average this turn.
I will not use the last one.
The tiniest amount over.
Then I will craft my bag.
Now, only 2 guys in 2 isn't too big of a deal. So,
Adjourn.
It's worth a point for bats to not pick it up. And it's not that much of a problem if they get hit there.
Leave this.
And it's really easy for cats to just march in. Like, 2 guys.
That's okay.
And just rule it again.
So I'll flip that. So I oversee for 2 more points.
I don't think bats need to worry too much about that sawmill this turn, but they might be able to be friendly this turn, this upcoming turn with cats.
All right, we got some talking to do.
But after that,
we gotta figure this out.
not anymore.
Are just
and this is Wood Alliance talking
good
about
use
it.
of hiding behind my sympathy to run away from birds.
Yep.
So I don't know, like cats, you might have to hit them at some point, which I know sucks. I know you don't want to do that.
Yeah, is what it is.
What birds, is there something we can do, or I don't know how we can get you to go interact with bats, because I think that needs to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything at this point.
Birds do not want to have to do that.
Start seeing some moves,
but it's on them.
Decree, I think.
Yep.
Otherwise,
no, I will be putting moves in the decree. I still won't be able to reach bats.
Right. I maybe should have mentioned something earlier. I feel like it's just too long without you really hitting them.
They've sort of positioned that he couldn't really do anything.
Mental, do you have the stream up?
I mean, when you have 1 move in the decree for 3 turns, it's kind of hard to.
Yeah. It's all good.
Mental, do you have the stream up?
I don't know.
I do, yeah.
Can you double check the bats score at the start of their last turn?
I don't know. Like, is there anything that I can do that would be helpful
Sure.
to anybody? Because
I think they got 2 empower points.
No, unfortunately, I think
and
you guys to hit
2
bats,
governing
I can't
and
do
the
it, but we're
bag.
just running away with the
I just
game.
want to double check if they had 10 or 11 at the start.
This turn, I don't really think we have any options except for me attacking.
Looks like they were at.
As far as anyone being able to police them, I'm pretty limited in my ability to attack.
It looks like they were at 11 at the start of that turn.
2, so
all right.
So
I'll hit
what
him
can I
at 2,
do
but
to stay out of I'm interested in keeping sympathy on the map.
I'll correct this one there.
So I don't
Not talking at the same time.
feed birds points at the moment.
One little interruption. Utron, for bats scoring, you start at 11 on your turn. You got 2 from Empower, 1 from the bag, 2 from Oversee. Is that correct? Did you get 2 points from Empower? Yeah, you should be at 16.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, because I rolled a 0 and then a 2, and I took the points of the 0 and the 2. Yeah. Okay.
I don't think you took the point for the bag.
Oh, okay. That must have been it. Thank you.
Making them look scarier.
All right.
Doing my part.
Would you be upset if I spread sympathy into 5? It's not threatening.
I mean, you're gonna let.
Good for bats. Bats have been waiting this whole time.
Priorities, you know.
Okay. I just don't want to
No, I mean,
you and I are gonna have to try to.
Yeah, you have to play the game.
If I keep feeding the birds points, then birds can become a problem. But as it stands, I think.
Yeah, because I'm more interested than just. I just want to build. I really don't want to interact with you guys at all. I just want to Bob the Builder my way through this match. But I'm gonna have to be smacking the bats. I mean, the unfortunate thing is it's going to be super hard for me to get them out of 1. I can get them out of 2, but they can just pop up somewhere else and do it again. And so it's I'm just going to have to. It's just going to be a while for us to be able to slow them down, I think.
Yeah, bats are at a good pace right now.
You take a loyalist off the board.
All it takes is hitting them, though.
Defend 2 a little.
It just really sucks as cats to hit them.
To pop down. The more defended everything is, the less they're able to just plop down in a clearing and do nonsense.
Yeah.
They just have
really hard for bats to deal with cats.
Bird card, so yeah.
Yeah, it makes it difficult.
And birds not having to get involved is a big deal.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a tough spot.
But yeah, I mean,
cats policing, but we'll just take my turn.
5 makes sense.
Out of the way, but
11 and then into 5 makes sense, or into 5 and then into heck, if you go from 1 to 6 to 1 makes sense, and then move your other guy here and kill him there. That makes a lot of sense, you know. You just do what you're gonna do to try to win the game.
They only have 2. Alliance only has 2 supporters, so Alliance can't spread into its with martial law.
Turn.
Yeah. Alliance can only spread into 5 right now.
Yeah.
And they can only walk into 11.
Yeah.
Make sure everyone's on the same page, I guess.
They're doing their part to bring it up that bats are seemingly so far ahead. They go right after them and they don't have to do the policing themselves, so it's good for them. And they're unfamiliar with it, so, just trying to gauge where it's at. It's definitely the appropriate thing to do, to be aware. Because just ignoring it, nothing's going to happen. And we've seen a lot of tables where people just ignore things for too long. They stay quiet. And policing doesn't happen. But starting to talk about it is where things start to get a lot more even. And, it's on bats to not leave themselves open to too much damage. But it comes down to whether cats and birds, respectively, do much about it in this position. Because I think cats are going to hit 2. And that's probably the most likely thing. If 1 gets hit at all, though, then bats have a problem.
What's up?
That card's really good on WA.
Yeah, with hidden warrants for Wood Alliance.
You're all the yellow, but I guess I could do it from any. Yeah, okay.
They do only get to do it once, but then they just craft it again.
I can't revolt there, so it's not a problem for cats. Okay.
Because that lets Wood Alliance go all the way from 9 to 4.
That's before my turn. I apologize. Okay,
That's a big deal.
I will just mobilize the other 2 cards in my hand.
Or 10 to 8. Right. But that transports the officers, nothing else.
Actions. I will spend my first 2 officers to...
Good, but probably not good enough quite yet to really propel Woodland Alliance. They decide to not do anything in Birdsong.
10 and 1 and 9.
They're just gonna defend a little bit more and probably go into 5.
Spend my
yeah, and that's what they said they'd do.
To move the guy.
And that is actually the clearing that bats want them to go to.
And then
We would have had a very different bat turn, I think, if Woodland Alliance went there last turn.
And 5, spreading sympathy here for 1 point.
Safer and powers.
Draw 3 cards.
Just the one cat there to worry about.
Ugh. Okay.
All right, very important bird turn.
Terribly great turn.
We already described the issue with birds, so now we get to see Kaiser's decision about it.
A little bit of a corner here.
Yeah, fighting with cats this much has led to this, but it was bound to happen.
A really stupid way to get out of it, and then there's a very gambly way to get out of it, and I think I'm going to go with the really stupid way that's not a gamble.
That sounds like going to 6.
Yeah.
Okay, I need a double recruit move. Battle.
You can attack me in 8. It's fine.
Yeah. And then if I roll poorly, I am out of the game. Yeah. So that won't happen.
Yeah, Kaiser would not risk it all on that.
Like lovely real estate, Cats. I'm not trying to demean your territory, but
but it's so nice.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're not planning on walking all over sympathy, are you? Because it's kind of
what I'm about to do.
Only twice.
What I'm about to do, yeah.
All right, so I know I'm in the lead, and I get that. I'm not saying I'm not in a good position, but like Hidden Warrens is very strong on Woodland Alliance, and their score doesn't matter that much. Like they can burst. Yeah, I get that I'm in a scary position, but you know, just remember Woodland
I
Alliance.
understand.
Yeah, he just has to not turmoil. He doesn't have an option.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, this is a better way to not turmoil for sure. And cats just, I don't know. I think it throws off the whole balance of the game if you attack cats in 8. Cats just will have no incentive to attack bats.
Well, can you get to 2?
No. As it were, I can't.
Okay.
Recruit.
So they're only throwing the fox and move, which means they're just going to move from 10 or through 10 to 6.
You're recruiting 7, move to 4, move to 3, move to 2.
That would be lovely if my last card was a rabbit.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is he's only got 2 moves, so he is passively policing me if he's plopping guys on one of my bases. So that protects from being horribly worried about me.
Somewhat. I'm still going to be horribly worried, but yeah. If you at least got.
Well, it could be going to 9 instead of 6. That's true.
It's Hidden Warrens. Oh, God.
I'm going to 9. I'm
broken.
Yeah, I have to go to 9.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move 10. I'm gonna move to 10. It is. You can look at my hand. It's not.
It's got a mouse card in hand.
Peek at the card without flipping it. Isn't there a button you can hit?
If you. So Kaiser can show it to you, or you can just put it face down on the table and then Alt Shift.
Put it face down and then do Alt Shift. Yeah. I recommend just do it that way. So.
What is Alt the same as like Option or Control?
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, Option, I think.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. So then I'm gonna move 3 into 9.
All right, so it looks like the safety battle in 11 and battle in 10 is going to happen.
It's your right.
I think I've got it.
And now it's harder for bats to sit on.
So my first battle is going to be against the cats in 11. Cats do ambush.
But maybe they do go to 10.
Right.
Bird's not weak enough to be targeted on one of these roosts.
For martial law haters.
But they're gonna have a similar problem next turn.
Alliance, I'm gonna attack you in 10. Any ambush?
No, I'm not gonna play one.
Okay.
All right. And I'm gonna build 3 points, 2 cards, and that's my turn.
Well, Bird's only slightly behind one alliance, or not one alliance, bats.
Can I entreat before my bird song?
You can entreat before you do like, yeah. If you're asking if you can get the wood, yes, you can entreat me to get the wood.
Okay, thank you. Just want to double check that.
That does mean 2 is gonna be 5, just like 1 though.
He would either gain a loyalist or drop 5 people or 3 people there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's where the deals have to come in. Talking about sawmills.
Just want to see if it's part of my math.
Yeah. I got it.
I'm at least going to drop a wood over here.
I will say, like, I don't know. If you get talked into policing me when you're like the worst faction at policing, while birds walk over WA sympathy, you're just gonna lose to one of them. So
I could not do anything else on my turn.
No, I understand. I'm just talking to Cats about, how they win this game. They need you guys to hit
they
me.
win this game by you getting out of their stuff, which you're just not gonna do unless they hit you.
Well, hitting me.
They can't. I mean, you kind of left
Yeah,
them no
you're
choice
kind
at
of
this point, I
forcing their
think.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you can't build, then
Bats are very carefully choosing their locations away from everyone
WA
else.
is like 6 supporters now, so, and Hidden Warren.
We'll see if bats make a deal for anything else. Stuff like 8 is still easiest.
There or not.
In 2, you're saying?
Yeah, I'm still deciding that piece if I'm entreating there.
I mean, the problem is if you're not, that would just get stuck. I mean, there can pop up 3 guys.
Yeah.
5.
You gotta have some kind of conversation with.
It's gonna be worth it on this turn.
Bats can say,
guys, we can work out a deal where if you entreat to get the wood, I don't put the guys down, but it'll depend on what your plan is.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're waiting on. Because Neutron can just say like, hey, if you're just gonna build there, I'll promise to not put down any extra guys. Yeah. And I might even just leave next turn. Because like I don't want to be too much trouble for you. After all, they want to save their guys for 5.
I'm happy to not put the guys down if I'm not getting hit, for example. But
I am going to move as my first action. I'm not going to entreat.
All right.
I'm not going to craft. I'm going to move.
This is just going to be attacking 2, and that's also
3, and then from 3
kind of expected.
2.
It's also not that much of policing. Like, it's effective, but it's not like a big deal to
Mr.
bats.
Bat, will you ambush?
No ambush.
An ambush here is definitely risky. Okay, going as well as it could for Cats, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay.
Bats will be slowed down a little.
Third action that I can do.
Did you score your point for the assembly?
No.
Not having that extra wood, though, does actually mean they can't get another sawmill. That's kind of a big deal. But they can get a workshop.
Third action.
Yeah, but would they really want to put the workshop in 2? Doesn't seem like a good
Need
spot.
to do it.
I mean, they could do it in
gotta
5, but
hold on. Let me just double check the math.
I mean, they can't build anything else. They got one action left.
Probably not going to be worth it, but
So if they're gonna build, that's all they
I
can.
will attack the sympathy here at 6. Will you ambush me, Mr.
Yeah.
Woodland Alliance?
I think this is fine too.
I will not ambush.
Okay, I will collect another victory point.
Just a point someone else doesn't get. You hold on to the wood for later.
Do 1 second.
It's it's fine, but it's not good enough.
Right over here for you.
No.
Considering the pace of the game.
And then that is my 3 actions. I will draw 2 cards.
That's a 2-point turn, and you only added 1 wood to the
I
table.
need to discard one of these and end my turn.
That's why it's rough between bats and cats, because cats got nothing significant out of hitting them there. And bats just lost some guys.
Right.
They did benefit in the short term though. Bats did, because that's why they're at 16 now. And bats didn't lose too much from just losing 1 assembly. It was only 2 guys and it was only 1 loyalist. They can still pop up on something, that the sympathy in 5 just fine. And that whole exchange seemed to have worked out okay. But I really wouldn't want to leave anything too undefended as bats again. Now the birds are next door.
Yeah, this next turn for us is going to be a little ugly with Woodland Alliance.
Yeah.
Bats can also choose to go for 10.
But that's okay.
That'd be the exciting play.
It's sort of a bats problem.
Well, I can't stop them. I can protect them.
Yeah. You can drop your warriors on 10 and just lock them in.
That usually leaves them to getting hit.
That doesn't matter if I don't. Well, actually, yeah, it does ignore rule, doesn't it?
It does indeed ignore rule. It's really, really broken.
Oh, it ignores rules. All right. Well, I mean.
Yep. I mean, that still might be the play. But then I'm just asking for birds to come and hit me in 10.
Pew pew.
I mean, so I could sit on 10. I think 10 is more concerning than 9. Well, is that true? I don't even know if that's true.
Well, at the moment, birds, they need to get a bunny card and move if they want to actually move out of 9. And they're struggling to reach 1 because, well, they got to get 2 moves of the bunny sort to get there. They did finally draw a bunny card, so
I have spy network.
they can do
The
stuff.
cost is extraordinarily high.
That's true. Bats can spy network in warrens.
Especially if I'm gonna keep getting hit.
But I don't think it's probably worth it.
I almost wonder if it would be best for bats to just pump a bunch of guys in 1, try and get 3 empower points.
2 birds to do that.
I mean, is there because I feel like spots that they can set up, like they set up in 5, could potentially get hit by the birds. Set up an 8, get hit by the birds.
What that look like?
Well, the thing is, if they went full on 1, yeah, they're gonna have 10 guys there, and they could roll it 4 times. But if they roll poorly, then all of a sudden they can just get wiped from the whole map. Their game's basically over. So empowering is way too risky sometimes. They empowered last turn. They rolled just slightly worse than average, and they got punished hard for it. Not like super hard, but they got punished.
All right, so how much is he scoring? So let's see here.
So empowering is an inherently risky thing
3, 4, 5.
with this little board presence. Usually as bats, you want to have more people out there. So with birds, with birds staring down bats the whole time, identifying them as this threat, and having no good argument to get them off, I don't really see it ending well for bats at the moment. That's just how it feels to me. Like, I don't think bats are gonna win this game. I think birds are, just judging on how it feels so far. And that's mostly because what can bats really do about birds? I don't think anyone else is gonna do anything about birds.
Well, no, I mean you spread
like
these
turn total.
Like total with hidden warrens and all your officers, you could spread 5.
You know, birds are right on the edge of that +4 every turn, and then they just take cardboard.
I can only spread 2 with the. I mean, I
Well,
don't. I just
okay,
don't have
hidden
like, the
warrens.
optimal support.
The only risk for them is if they accelerate Woodland Alliance too much.
And then move, organize, move,
officer to
organize.
get it, so.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you have 1 rabbit or fox in your hand.
Right, I think you're. I only have 4 officers. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
train.
just a free, and I still have to. Yeah, I'm not going to
Yeah,
train
yeah,
a 5th officer. That's just. I don't think that would be
I'm
super
just
optimal at this point.
I'm just saying what you could hypothetically do is, right? You could hypothetically get 5 down, which would be 7.
What bats do need though is taking a little heat off them and craftables.
Yeah, which would be.
And they can definitely clutch it out. But there's way too much awareness on bats. Like, they already have the lead right now. They haven't even gotten points on this turn. They're going to be in the lead by even more, whatever they do. And then birds are just going to be catching up the whole time. So bats have to be very aware of this looming 3v1 scenario. And, well, cats just sacrificed some of their scoring potential to police the bats. That's pretty scary.
You're not saying anything. Because if I'm just gonna get hit again, I'm not gonna bother trying to slow down Woodland Alliance.
I don't know. I'm gonna take stock of where the board's at the end of Woodland Alliance's turn and decide what's prudent for me to do.
Makes sense.
Bat's trying to get a little info of what someone else is feeling like doing before committing to their own actions.
Yeah. So basically, if I police Woodland Alliance and I look like the bigger threat, I'm getting hit again. All right. Fair enough.
Kaiser answered that response like a pro.
In that case,
not necessarily. Depends on how you use your turn to police them. If you police them and score a ton of points, then you're probably going to get hit.
All right.
Bats need to set up as far away from birds as they can.
What's a ton of points? I got to keep scoring, right? Would 3 points be a ton of points? Not really, but I bet I'd still get hit if I scored 3 points.
Birds also looking at it being in the high teens at the end of this turn.
Two battles. Okay.
This is the kind of position that Kaiser was in the previous game, with Kaiser having an early lead as bats, getting too much unwanted attention from opponents. Ended up getting over-policed, arguably. But appropriately taken out of contention late enough in the game.
Yeah, I mean, this really just goes back to the crafting of coins. Was it really necessary? Be a totally different board state. They hadn't crafted coins.
A little bit, yeah. Mostly just that score tracker is just, 3 lower.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't like if they're just 1. If they're at 13, I don't know that the table's talking about them quite as much.
Yeah. Also, bats taking so long to do this kind of action just puts more focus on them. Sometimes it helps to just be kind of quick about it and a little nonchalant about doing some of that stuff. The only problem is every time that the bats end their turn, Woodland Alliance is like, hold on, I don't know how bats work. Are they scared right now? And cats are like, all right. Birds always just say, yeah, they're doing well. And then cats they're gonna fall in line because they have been feeling pressured by Bat's positioning all game in 1. 1 is an important choke point for cats, even though they're not using it very much. They can't use it at all because bats are in that corner. This is not a good long-term kind of position for bats to sit in. It just makes the cats hate you. Even though it's just a workshop, you're in the way. Like, you are blocking wood from going that direction by ruling. And something like clearing 8 is not in the way of wood. Now, if bats do set up on 8, they do get a banish.
So that would be
and can put cats somewhere else if they really want, but it's not really going to do much. The bigger thing is birds are just able to walk into 8 and get 2 battles. So you got to be very comfortable with the situation.
Yeah, I just think anywhere the bats put their guys, they're gonna get hit. I think not just because the players are concerned about them.
Yeah. All right.
Here's the anvil.
So I'll recruit twice in.
All right, going to 8.
8.
Might actually craft the anvil this turn.
Then I'll assemble.
Make themselves even more of a target, huh?
An 8. Bring him.
Yeah, well, that is valid. That's a valid play. Right now, no one's really catching up to them. The only problem is this is still only 2 clearings.
And then I'll just recruit.
So I do not want to see an empower here, I think. Because if birds throw battles into 1 or 8, well, they got to build somewhere else.
Fox
for
card
1.
and banish the cats in 8.
I think there's also reason to not banish in 8 because it further disincentivizes birds from going after it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to have a better chance at 2 cardboard.
Spy network, I'll empower in 8.
So taking the risk.
Whoa, what's going on with those cats?
2.
I think you rolled them.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's 2 battles, but only 1 cardboard.
I will
birds.
take the point.
Any more than this gets pretty risky.
Yeah.
I will empower again in 8.
Another 2.
All right, that one I will take the.
This is definitely regretted territory.
Oil.
Yeah.
But it is
It's really inviting for birds to just go from 12 to 8. And they don't have to worry about the sympathy they would encounter in 5.
well, this is also birds not moving through sympathy. But the funny thing is, sympathy can also show up in 8 if when Alliance just uses
take the
hidden wards, because it's just a move, and then they'll organize after. Thinking about loyalists.
Let's see. It's a point either way. It's just what I want to leave there. And that's
Might be thinking about picking it up. He said it's a point either way.
Take the loyalist, and then I won't do anything with the other 2.
All right. Definitely not worth risking in 1 at the moment.
This crossbow.
Okay, crafting the crossbow.
Another point. So you do not draw.
So this is a 4-point turn.
Yeah.
Turn, this flips. I oversee.
Still holding onto the hammer. Definitely 2 turns away.
Card.
But now birds could go for 2 cardboard points on clearing 8.
What did they draw?
Right, before I forget, I will
Fox ambush.
use Hidden Warrens. So return this to my hand to move from a clearing to any clearing of the same suit. So I guess the question is, where will I do it from?
I feel like there's really only one answer to that.
No, what is that?
Woodlands has a few actions.
Considering 2 have governing assemblies and 1 has the keep, and then the other 2 are adjacent to you, there's one clearing that feels a little more obvious than the rest.
And that's clearing 4.
You think 4?
You know, yeah, you're free to do whatever your heart desires, but that feels like the most reasonable one.
Unless you're going to entreat.
But the thing is, birds are probably going to hit 8. So why not
I mean,
put it there?
Better to put it in a cat clearing, or should I go in like 12?
I don't think you can get to 12 is the problem. Unless you want to move.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
I'd be willing to put it in 8, I think, as one lines.
A lot easier then. I guess it's just which one do I move from?
And then let birds decide for their own what they're going to attack.
It's there from here, so. Alright. Okay. So that'll be that for the start of my bird song.
Alright, well, we got a good amount of supporters now, finally.
Sympathy.
Didn't use any last turn. Got a little bit more since then.
So let's start by...
So, is it possible for Wood Alliance to win even turn 6? Probably not.
So I'll start by discarding 2.
Actually, it might be.
To spread to 11. And that scores me 1 point.
They are up against martial law right now.
Then I will just do
but they yeah, good potential this turn. They could be a lot higher up there.
Cards. To spread to 7. 2 points.
And they do have another coins craft in hand. So that's some important points that are not from the track.
To daylight.
How many money do they have? Only 2, so they can't craft that and Hidden Warrens.
Points.
The Wood Alliance not holding anything back here. Do they train and then do a even more? They don't need to train. They just move, organize, recruit.
Yeah.
Holding back Hidden Warrens. They got all bunnies.
And then
which is actually the base that is less defended right now.
Organize in 4. Scoring me 2 points.
So likely to hit 17 here. What it looks like.
And then
which has got to be scary.
I'll move from 10.
This takes some heat off the bats, finally. This is the kind of move that I think pendulum swings more towards bats if birds start to get a little bit more freaked out appropriately.
And then I'll use my last to recruit. And then draw 3 cards.
So this is why going for the second base quickly in a game where people aren't really moving into sympathy
this is
can be good.
I'm gonna refill the deck because you got all 3 of your cards, right? Right, WA.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So what do the birds do?
Okay. Bum. That's what my turn's gonna be.
Well, they can still go after 8. So the important thing is you don't want to accelerate with an alliance unless you're actually just wiping them out of some bases. Because they are in a position where, with a little help, they win next turn. So they need 13 points. If they just can spread, that's plus 12. So they need a little bit of help in order to win. Or they need some craftables or something. They don't have any craftable points in hand. But they got some supporters already. And they didn't recraft Hidden Warrens.
They're all going to 12.
All of the sympathy next to bases is
we'll move.
there's no way for organizing to happen.
And
so
then
you're
one
just
back into 12.
move organize. What went in this? All right, so mouse battle
Move.
is hitting 11 or 7.
Trigger outrage. You can look. It's
put a bunny there. Okay.
Another bunny. Normal.
Oh wow.
So that's that's their backup builds. So I'm definitely a little more concerned about Win Alliance now with this. It's just that
I'm gonna battle the cats in 8 for the purpose of killing bats. Cats, any ambush?
No.
That was 11.
Yeah, the important thing here is you don't want to give the Win Alliance any ability to do more.
I'm gonna clear off those.
Because if they get like, if they can revolt in, say 7, then
yeah, I mean, I don't think I can.
Probably over.
Next turn, and I assume cats are gonna hit me.
Yeah.
But WA can definitely win.
Yeah. Honestly, it's hard because I'm in the king making phase, and I hate Woodland Alliance with every fiber of my being. So I'm more inclined to just throw the match and kill them, just to let you win. You've played a pretty good match, so like if I'm gonna king make, I'd at least rather you win than Woodland Alliance.
Well, you can do whatever you want, but yeah, I would never ask someone to king make me. So
I mean, it is what it is. That's the position we're at.
Don't have Hidden Warrens anymore, and everything adjacent to me is covered. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I know you're pretty.
If it wasn't, I would not be winning this turn. So
they're going to be very close.
I get you got to do you got to do, but
just at the moment they don't have it.
Don't throw it and let bats run away with it without any resistance.
Well, I mean, it's yeah.
So we've done one bird battle so far.
I'm gonna use my mouse battle at 11. Woodland Alliance ambush.
11.
No ambush.
So
just giving them a chance.
It's a point for the birds.
I believe that card in your hand.
Yeah. You do.
Was an orange.
You do get, in fact, get that card.
Finally.
The second crossbow. Let's see. Do I do that? Do I do that? Yeah, sorry. Woodland Lions, I'm going to hit you at 7. Ambush.
Ooh.
Sorry, why are my eyes not working? 7. Okay. No ambush in 7. No.
Yeah. Take my point. That's my 3 battles.
Yeah, I'm curious about
Build
why
a
birds are doing that.
5. Get me 4 points. And 2 cards from a fresh deck. All right, that's the turn.
Place wood. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
So birds just going for those points. They feel like they're turn 7 candidate, just like bats. But
Are they gonna get 8 points though?
Yeah, what's that?
I mean, doesn't really matter much.
If they were to win on
using these 3 wood,
it's turn 6 now.
Okay, turn 6 just started. Got it. Okay.
Yep. Cats, of course, feel like the farthest behind, obviously.
Well, because they are.
3 points.
Woodland Lions is the only one that has some kind of threat to win this turn, but bats aren't really that far behind. They can score 10 points if they need to. It's just this is not really the scenario for it.
Can I go back and craft real quick? I haven't done anything that can't be undone.
Sure.
Yep.
I'm gonna craft apprentice.
So you do have to entreat to do that, I think, right?
You cannot craft apprentice right now.
Yeah. Do I care about you entreating that much?
That's the kind of thing they can't undo.
Not really. Yeah, I'll go ahead and entreat this.
Okay, with that, does that help bats any? Maybe.
It's like the loyalist.
I will craft apprentice. After that, then I will go and do my 3 actions. The first of which is building the recruiter using the 3 wood and scoring the points I already did. Second and third.
Recruiter for the points. Don't see that every day.
I like it. I'm gonna battle you in 4 automatically, like no matter what I'm gonna do on the second or third. So Mr. Woodland Alliance, would you like to ambush?
No ambush.
Okay. I will
Getting another one.
Point. A third.
On the plus side, not. Did you pay outrage?
Yeah, I was just gonna ask if you had that card.
Yeah.
Woodland Lions doesn't have much to do with rabbit. But if they can get up there, then that's nice. So
third action.
Very unfortunate that is primarily what Woodland Lions actually has.
Yeah.
I really don't have better
quarter
options.
stack of
Battle
bunnies.
you in 6 as well. Will you ambush me?
Now this one, if from the top of the deck ends up being something
not,
else,
I'm gonna play them over here.
This is what's really dangerous for Woodland Lions when they get something that's actually useful. But I mean, you got to be eyeing that stack and all that sympathy that just got removed, and you're like, man, how does Woodland Lions not just win now?
I guess I could just give it to you. And then that would be my actions, and then evening I draw 3 cards now.
So here
return 1 to the deck.
It's basically required, I think.
I'll have to discard 1.
Not required, but now it is policing for the sake of policing to sit on a clearing like 10 for bats. Which is fine for them. They still get a craft hammer and to be in a reasonable situation. They get an empowered one if they really want, but they they just hold back to try to win next turn. So I think as long as bats do something like that, they'll be okay. It just has to be defended enough. And that's not really that reliable, because Woodland Lions usually
Not with this deck. You should
that,
have taken Crow.
in that situation, they usually recruit or just battle. Because, like, what else can they do?
Right.
But this is an important turn. It's one to think about for sure.
It would have to be.
Bats do have 2 Fox cards now, so they could do a few things. So they got 3 possible empowers. They got 2 crafting points. They're not gonna find 5 other points, I'm sure. Even if they're all, you know, really lucky.
Something. Oh, they only have 2 cards. Okay, so they can't.
So I don't mind this position for bats. You know, that's how it feels. But it looks rough to get some of these points.
Would you craft the anvil or save it for the following turn?
That's a lot of support.
It depends on if you're gonna craft something else.
8, 9.
But it's a good time to do a little bit of Wood Alliance, man. Now that they can just go into 6th.
Like that.
Even though they're gonna use 3 cards to do it. They do that, they take 2 cards.
That's good.
So at the moment, Wood Alliance gets just 6 and 11.
So if I set up on 10, let me think. So that would be, I have 3 less. So that'd be 1.
Yeah, just 6 and 11 for spread, which is actually pretty annoying for them. They could use the birds instead to go into 1. That at least lets them move into 11. So at the moment, I don't think Wood Alliance has it. We see Cat's little purple hand there. Thinking about Wood Alliance strike.
Can't manage there.
Just those bunnies gumming up the works.
But this is the time to be afraid of Wood Alliance. You gotta be very confident they're not gonna win. And there's basically no stopping them from getting a turn 7. It's just that bats have that turn advantage.
It may end up being the difference.
I could spend the card.
Honestly, this feels like a kind of rough matchup for a lot of reasons as bats. They've managed to stay out of the way, and despite the turn ordering, where like they have to go right after cats, they've been able to avoid most danger. Partially due to birds and cats getting into it early, and bats intentionally going away from that as much as possible towards, like, you know, primarily 1 all game.
Okay, and the other option is I just go there.
But now Wood Alliance has finally gotten all the resources in the world. Not quite all of them, unfortunately for them, but it's enough to really wonder if they're gonna win. So they need 13 points. If they wanted 13 points from Simply alone, looks like they still need to spread 6 of them. Because 5 of them is only 12 points. And then they gotta find, you know, that 1 more point. But if they lose 1 more sympathy, then, well, you know, 6 of them does work. Because now it's a little bit cheaper too.
I'm sure UW-Tron would not be foolish enough to remove 1 more sympathy.
As is right now, there's only the 3 out there. They can't revolt. So they can't just show up on like 7 or something. Bats. They just got to find 10 points, 2 turns. Pretty doable, especially if they hold on to those bird cards. They really don't want to waste cards here. This is often the kind of turn that bats don't craft something and then they fish for some craftables, but they do already have the anvil in hand, so they don't need to do too much of that.
No martial on 11, so that's 6 supporters.
He's thinking about 11.
Martial law everywhere else. So
martial law on 11 would do a lot to slow down Wood Alliance, in theory.
That's 5 points.
So I think that's a pretty good idea to target.
And then if I can get you
5 is also reasonable. And they could agitate 8.
Yeah, if I can keep you from moving from
for the
10,
3 points.
It's really hard for you to
It
spread.
might only empower once in 1.
Probably max 4 sympathy. Just not enough.
They do risk getting hit ultimately.
Do that math right. 1.
But they're probably ending up in the high 20s if they push it.
9 support.
It's just that they can still get stopped.
Here.
So bats need to aim to be resilient enough and not just spread themselves too thin, even at this stage.
So I just don't want to break up martial law anywhere.
Yeah. And you got to be very wary of Wood Alliance needs to not win. Can't go too hard after points.
That would be bad, but not the end of the world. Just need.
Not to kind of throw a wrench in your whole plans, but I would just advise you to still be careful about birds.
I don't think they can win next turn. I
think Bats is planning on winning on his next turn.
You think who are?
I think Bats is planning on winning on his next turn, so I don't think he's terribly concerned about anything but getting through this round.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough.
That is right. Bats are the next threat after Wood Alliance doesn't win.
Definitely win on turn 7, but
yeah, and there's not really any stopping that.
So, yeah. I just need to make sure you don't win this turn because you could.
I got way too many yellows, which is unfortunate, but
yeah. Fortunately, I can't take your word for it.
Yep. Really good to be all birds in there.
Okay, so let me just think this.
So bats have their options. They can go to clearings like 5, 10, and 11. They could recruit more in 8 and just set up there. Birds likely to attack whatever they can. That's just what they're going to do. So bats need to be able to eat through it. And then it's on whatever cats do to still do what they can. And this could be one of those turns where the bats in 1 just end up getting punished by cats. Because all cats are gonna have to build somewhere. If the birds move out of 7, then cats can just go over there. Birds also don't have to move out of there for cats to build there, but they only build once. Either way, they only got the 2 sawmills still. So, cats not really contesting anytime soon. But they still play a factor in the whole who ends up in the best position after the cat's turn on turn 7 scenario. Because intentional or not, that can lead towards the bats winning or losing. So bats need to not end up on the wrong side of that. It's a lot to think about.
1 and 8. Hope Alliance can't win.
Right now, bats are trying to think of the scenario that they cannot possibly be stopped, where Wood Alliance cannot possibly win. And birds, they can't do anything about bats. They don't have to talk about anything after the fact. That's just, set in stone. Bats just looking for the win. It's not going to be that easy, because no matter what, bats can get hit hard enough to not win. So they need to make it difficult. And setting up somewhere like in mouse makes it easier for birds to hit. But setting up somewhere like 5, not
right.
so bad.
If I do that, I'm gonna get hit for sure. A bunch.
Because right now, birds don't really like the idea of moving in that area, and they can't build in 5. So, yeah, it's something that it's a bit rough. Go after something like that.
But that's the safest.
They'll hit if they can.
Lions can't win. If I kill 5, they have 10 supporters.
Going for 10.
1, 2. That brings them down to 6.
Doing Wooden Lions math.
Spread.
Bats going to 10 limits Wooden Lions being able to move and organize out of there.
But then they'd have to spread into all places where they would move their officers.
Fortunately, there is martial law set up everywhere but 11 right now.
Wouldn't get any more much.
So just in terms of those numbers, they got to spread. It's 2 cards, then 3 cards, then 3 cards, just to spread 3 times. And then with their current officers, they would not also be able to spread enough to get those 13 points. So if untouched, Wooden Lions shouldn't have the win unless they got something like Sword.
4 officers. So they could move organize, but then they would have to double recruit. Yeah, no, that doesn't. Well, wait, so they could double recruit.
If you had to pick a clearing to predict where bats are going to show up, what would it be?
5 is probably enough.
Just throw a prediction out there.
I feel like it's I feel like it's got to be 8, and you just have to play a little bit risky.
8. Yeah, that's high up there for me too.
Other than 8, what are you thinking? Most likely,
I'm thinking they consider 5 because that's going to be the hardest for bird warriors to do the most damage to. Like they can't hit 5 and 1, and the cats aren't going to do much over there either.
The problem is that just
I'm eyeing over there.
Thinks they're gonna go to Chicken X thinks they're gonna go to 5. In the chat.
5 also has multiple cardboard, so that's they could just battle next turn if they want to throw cards away. If they get fortunate.
Yeah, I mean 5's not a bad spot. I just think you already have the assembly and a guy in 8.
That's right.
Yeah.
BW showed up for the end game.
Could spend a card.
We're on a very pivotal bats turn. Bats haven't done anything yet, but here's what we got. We got Anvil, 3 birds.
No, that's not good. That's not good.
3 loyalists.
All right.
They've already crafted some stuff.
The original thing I was gonna do.
And we're about to hear what they're gonna do. I would not like to see them set up on too many clearings, though. I think that's spreading themselves too thin. I think it's okay to give up 8 if they want.
All right, so I will.
Because they could just spend the card to hit 8 if they wanted.
Make sure this works. So, battle.
Don't even have to agitate it. It's worth a point still.
Assemble.
Then you pick up the assembly.
Banish.
And birds are just like, well, I guess I gotta hit 5 now, and all my guys are in the wrong spot.
All right, so I'll start with an ambush. I'll battle the cats in 8.
Ooh,
interesting.
I'm calling it. The real question is what they do after this.
Where?
In 8.
No.
Okay. So I get the point.
So probably not gonna craft this turn.
Then I will recruit in 10.
Ooh, we're going for the base. All right. This is my second most likely position. They're more concerned about Wooden Lions. But I think they could have done the math to not have to do this. Now, whether this is still the right move or not remains to be seen, because who knows what birds are going to do. After all, birds are unreasonable. Well, yeah, birds unreasonable as a player. It's unreasonable for birds to attack both 1 and 10. Similarly, 5 and 1.
Well, they're definitely going to be picking up the assembly in 8.
Yep. Can't give openings.
Fine.
And they're ready to craft that favor of the foxes. Just imagine. Birds are charismatic.
That's the worst case scenario. I pull this back. I empower. Guess I can just empower in 1 first.
No BW. Oh wait, no, you just answered that.
But I can lose control of 1. I could banish 1.
Yeah, they can banish 1 once. And empower safely.
I guess I'll just banish Woodland Alliance in 10.
Ooh, okay.
The Fox card.
Throw them into 9.
Any
ambush. Ambush.
That would be a funny ambush.
Okay, one guy's gonna move.
Alright, I'll send these guys back over here.
Only one guy.
Oh, right you are, yeah. I thought I saw 3-2, sorry.
It's 3-tier there for a moment.
Then I need to empower.
So there's a safe empower in 10. And they're gonna get 2 points.
So that's fine. So I'll pick this up and empower in 10.
Starting off with a 2. Not rolling that well with empower this game. Getting a point though. See if they do it again or not.
Pick this up and empower in.
Oh, we're in 8. Why not? Oh no, wait, never mind. You wouldn't get the point.
They might still do 8. Ooh, there's a 0.
The point.
Big 0.
That's huge.
So 8's a nearly, 75% guaranteed loyalist.
Empower in 8 with the last one.
Okay. All right, getting the 75% loyalist. 1 loyalist.
I will not craft, so I draw a card.
No crafts. Finding another bird.
Turn, pick this up.
All the bird cards in the world.
This flips. I
Picked up
oversee
8.
for 2 more points.
Gotta see what that last one is.
And draw a card. I need to discard 1.
They got their pick. Probably just gonna give up Spy Network.
Should discard the anvil.
You never know.
But it sure is meaningful. If you see bats discarding a bird card going into their final turn, what could they possibly have?
No revolting. Spread some simp.
So bats got halfway there, 20 to 25.
Yeah.
Now they can still use that anvil.
Yeah, I mean, they have the win in their pocket at the moment.
Yeah. Right. It's on birds and cats to stop it.
11.
Woodland Alliance could contribute, technically. We'll see if they throw any battles in to 10. Because they could. After all, they have 2 officers that they're not doing anything with.
Actually, maybe I will not spread to
11. Okay, taking back the spread. So their cards and their supporters is kind of unfortunate. All those bunnies and only 1 bunny to go to. The other bunny is all the way on the other corner. Fox and mouse don't really help either. Now that the bats showed up in 10, it really limits what they can do. Oh yeah, I forgot to take that back.
All right, I'm gonna take myself down a point because I might.
So back down to 17.
What I'm doing here.
Can't win this turn. Can win if bats don't win. So you got to stop the bats.
I'm in a corner here. This is not fun.
And birds got to stop the bats too, because it's not like Wooden Lions is going to be able to do it. And birds can't rely on cats to do it. So birds are in a tough spot where they got to stop bats, but also hope that Wooden Lion still doesn't have it.
Although,
not looking good.
You have to keep in mind that cats did say that if given the opportunity, they're not going to help Woodland Alliance win.
Yeah, we got a Wooden Lions hater over here.
Yeah, so in that case, that actually works out in the favor of the bats. So we know that cats are not going to do anything to stop the bats on their turn.
But have bats made cats angry enough by sitting in 1 all game? They showed up in 2 briefly on a sawmill. Bats limited cats' potential to go into 6 and 5, pitting the birds and cats against each other. And even though birds did the most to cats early, bats pushed them to it. So, will cats rethink their ways?
Yeah, it'll be a battle of wills. What has the stronger will? Their hatred for Woodland Alliance, or their hatred for what has occurred as a result of the bats?
In my opinion, you always have to factor in the hatred of the current game. There's no meaning to games outside of the current one, other than, stuff like knowledge of players in this kind of environment. It's just this one game that matters. Some quiet thinking continuing. Pretty quiet game overall.
Man, yeah, I'm in a really tough spot here. I'm trying to think ahead to next turn, if I even get to a next turn.
Yeah, in theory, if bats stay there, when the Lions
back on this
probably can't find a win.
Crafting coins was a mistake, because that was the mouse card I need right about now. And I also could have crafted Hidden Warrens again if I didn't craft coins.
That's true.
What a way to potentially end the game with
Yeah.
One faction having benefited from crafting coins and the other regretting it.
Than coins.
I think I'm missing the supporter more than I'm missing the... I mean, I can move organized to 2 clearings either way, so...
Yeah, one line's just short on usable supporters right now.
Yeah, missing that extra supporter is not fun. But I guess I couldn't have seen that I would get such bad RNG with my supporters. Because I do have a lot. They're just not what I need.
Was Smichael at 0-1 or 0-2 this tournament?
Smichael is 0-1 currently.
All right.
Kaiser is the one that's 0-2.
Yeah, so not quite elimination for Wooden Lions here, but looking rough for birds. They've had some close calls.
I know how that feels.
Meanwhile, bats.
I can move EWTron without entreating, right? I just wouldn't be able to recruit guys back in there without entreating.
Yeah, it doesn't affect move. No.
Though you don't roll. You don't rule.
But you don't. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
And actually, okay, yeah.
I mean, you can move to 9, for example. Though, like if there is a legal move, the assembly does not affect it.
Right. All right. Okay, I kind of forgot that I don't rule, so I think I actually will stick with my initial plan.
Let's see if they're going to go into battling.
Spread to
11.
Spread to 11, yeah.
I think if Woodland Alliance throws one battle into bats, I think that's their best shot, because that encourages birds to follow up.
Easily move organized there.
And
Dumb spread to not go any further.
That's a battle not into Woodland Alliance.
But I didn't realize I can't.
Woodland Alliance could just look out.
I will go there. And that'll be it for spreading sympathy. I will.
So going to just 11. This feels like they're just going to use officers to hit. They're sitting on all those remaining supporters, which if this backfires and birds do take advantage of the situation by cleaning up the corner base,
Mobilize the rest of my
which I think is most likely, and that's where birds would attack next. Assuming Woodland Alliance moves into where the bats are.
The bats.
Yeah, that is the scenario birds want. Because they move out of the base, birds hit the base in 9.
Yeah.
And then hope that's enough to stop Woodland Alliance.
Too, if I think I
It probably would be.
Could position myself to win on my next turn while doing that. So
And it's too late to make some meaningful deals with like I hit bats, you hit them, and don't hit me. Because I mean, birds aren't in a position to make that kind of deal.
The hammer, so we need to try to keep them from getting an additional 3 points.
Good to hear birds finally talking up about it.
Yeah, might be too late though.
Well, this is the moment where Woodland Alliance is
plan here. I think
feeling
I have
like
the
it.
least incentive to fight them.
Yeah, it's on birds to push that over the edge.
But I don't think Cats and I can eat through all of their warriors by the time it gets back to them.
Yeah,
it would peak to where birds are coming from.
I don't know. I just don't have a lot of faith that you guys are going to do it because I don't think you guys have made. I mean, I know cats haven't, but birds have not made an effort to fight the bats.
Ooh.
So, well, I will this turn. I have to this turn. There's just limit of what I can do and where I can get.
I guess I don't know if you're convinced that they have it easily if we don't do anything. So.
Oh, they absolutely. I mean, they're showing 4 points right now.
Right.
They literally empower once and they win.
Yeah, the problem is I just don't know if I'm set up to win if I take my turn to do that, because if I move organize out of 9, which I just like have to do if I want a chance of winning next turn, then that leaves me with a move. And actually, I won't even be able to move out of there because I'll tie the Erie for rule. So I would essentially have to take my 4 evening actions to just move and battle the bats a few times to like maybe score 1 point and leave my base completely undefended.
If you got a good roll in 10, you could then move into 6. Move, battle, move, organize.
And leave your base undefended for birds.
There it is.
I'm not saying leave it. I'm not saying leave it undefended.
I just don't think there's a world where I can do it without leaving the base undefended. I think the only way that would happen is if I move into 10 to like hit them 1 time and then move back, which just seems horribly inefficient. There's just no reason for me to do that.
I think Woodland Alliance can do that, honestly.
Unless I'm actually going to get through anything. So
you could also promote instead of just mobilizing everything, or train rather, whatever the thing's called.
Right, but I don't think that changes the situation a whole lot in terms of defending. It gives me, 1 extra action, but then I'm potentially losing guys in a battle. Does he still have a bird ambush that he's been hanging on to all game?
Yes, he does.
Right, so I mean, it's just.
This is a possibly meaningful time to use an ambush.
Yeah,
I think if anything, it guarantees his win even more.
But it's 5 points.
Just waste my whole turn.
They waste it.
So
they're not going to get 5 points.
It's worth it.
So bats have to do some math whenever it comes to
leaves empty
them being hit.
For somebody to clean up. So
And at the moment, like it was said,
incentive for you to battle me instead of bats. So
2 points from assembly, so oversee.
I mean, my incentive is still to battle.
2 from the hammer. Got to find one more.
Well, I mean,
there's sympathy out there.
You know, I don't know what. I mean, it's unlikely, but if you have 2 easy cardboard points and a couple builds, like I don't know, or a couple crafters.
I'm not getting 12
somehow.
points.
It's like
I'm not getting 12 points in my turn. I have 2 cards in my hand. Like I don't think that's possible under any scenario.
Got to switch to Despot real quick.
It would be, I think. You have a lot of
They're
battles.
1 point apiece.
Right. Yeah. All right. I think I'm just gonna play my own game.
Ooh, that sounds like
at the table, so
probably throw 1 attack into bats, then retreat back to 9, I think.
Move.
But they got to be careful about movement. All right, this might actually just be get points to stay safe, and hope that birds do it.
I've used 2 actions for that, and I just don't really have much else to do.
I think both scenarios are fine. They're set up to win next turn regardless.
Organize.
But it's more encouraging for birds to deal with bats if they're if Wood Alliance isn't playing like this. And
2 officers, and then
it's unclear how much birds would care. Wood Alliance said it themselves. Right now, they're kind of trusting that birds do care enough to just hit the bats.
I don't know.
So let's move, organize, recruit.
I'll just recruit again.
And recruit. Oops. They crafted hidden warrants, so Wood Alliance is set up again. They didn't get the lucky turn 6 win.
All right, 3 cards. And turn.
Man, more bunnies.
Ooh, they're finding all the craftables that are gone.
Woof. Okay. Well,
Birds have a mouse and a bunny.
Cats,
We're gonna get 4 points from
to deal with 10.
Bruce.
Will you try to deal with 1s to try to get 1 more turn?
For birds.
If you deal with,
I mean, cats are gonna be easily talked into this, I think.
Deal with 1.
Well, they can be. They might be giving up now.
It would certainly be.
But birds are asking before showing their hand.
Probably not, to be honest.
Oh, that's what you like to hear.
Because I think
do something for me.
I think either one of these 2 wins on this turn.
Yeah,
he's not
I
wrong.
don't think there's a way Woodland Alliance doesn't win next turn if we just attack bats, or if we just attack.
I mean, I would kill the sympathy in 11 and 5. Obviously, it's still supporters.
I mean, that's just points for birds.
And you could kill 6.
Yeah, I just don't think I'm gonna have enough actions to do it all. Like, in order to get through here, I'm kind of need, even if
the best way for cats to do it is contest with a rule,
if I can even,
which they do with a march.
To be honest, so my chances of actually being able to affect 1 are kind of low. I do not have a bird card to get myself another action, so I can move here. I can attack them twice, but I need perfect rolls on that. And at that point, I'm just setting up Woodland Alliance for a victory on their next turn, because there's no way I'm going to be able to police 5 or 6 at that point.
So yeah, you got to ask earlier.
Woodland Alliance is going to get it, or the bats are going to get it.
Got to do the policing earlier.
Yeah, do what you're going to do, my man. But I don't think I'm going to be able to help you at 1, unfortunately.
Good awareness from cats, because you don't want to be taken advantage of it like that. But yeah, it is a shame for birds. I mean, they're just asking too late. They didn't have to go towards cats as much earlier.
Dump everyone in 1 and then empower. So
birds having a few things to regret in this game.
GG's for the bats. I'm not getting 12 points, so.
Well, bats liking the sound of this.
Yeah.
soon as the cats spoke up.
You hear that, Zonda? Sounds like 3-0.
Could be. We've seen throws though, so
at this point, like I am king making. Like it is what it is. I don't have any other option on my turn. It's just choosing who I want to win.
I disagree. Because taking an active action to king make is more clearly king making. Like it's a we'll call it a spectrum of how much is it king making to do this versus this. When you're going out of your way, where like it clearly does nothing for you to change the possible winner of the game, that's the kind of king making that people don't really want to see. But I mean, cats were put in this position. They could feel motivated to take revenge on bats. That would be totally fair. But I don't think that what bats did is any worse than what birds did to cats.
Bum bum bum.
I just don't think cats really they didn't play well enough around it, and they're not gonna throw someone else's better play. Yeah, usually people like just trying to optimize points, and whatever happens, happens.
Mm-hmm.
There are definitely people that feel all kinds of different ways about king-making related scenarios, though. And there are a lot of opinions out there. Very relevant to Root. It's a free-for-all game after all, so anything can happen. It's good to have a lot of games in a tournament because you never know what'll happen.
Yeah, I think that if I was playing cats in this scenario, I would have done the same thing. I would not have moved to affect either one. Because for me, it would have felt like I was just choosing a winner. But as you said, everybody has different views on it. There's no right or wrong answer. It is just a game.
Well, there are definitely wrong answers according to some people.
And they would be wrong.
Well, when people go out of their way to king make in this kind of setting and this kind of scenario, yeah, they can. There can definitely be meaningful arguments that come about from it. That's the kind of situation that's more frowned upon. Where like,
I don't disagree, but I also wouldn't go so far as to say that they're also unequivocally right.
Yeah, well, the easy argument a lot of the time is, did the beneficiary of the king making deserve it? That's something that really gets people's opinions going sometimes. And that's the thing that has no easy answer in this kind of setting. Like the whole deserve topic, that's where it gets well, less tangible and a lot funnier to listen to the arguments. But yeah, birds right now contemplating life and how they got here. Thinking about how they can get some points at least and feel like they're contributing to policing both factions, perhaps. Of course, at this point, the most meaningful thing to do would be something like absolutely destroy all of 10 and just hope that that's enough. It'd be a little unreasonable to do much more than that, I think. So whether they can actually do that is a different story. They don't have any fox cards in hand.
I'm still thinking. I'm trying to.
I thought for a second that like maybe I'd gotten disconnected because it was so silent.
Yeah, they've been quiet for a while. That's why we got commentary.
Yeah, that's all we're here for, folks. We're just filling in the gaps.
Yeah, man. Root math at the end is brutal.
We got some mathematicians this game.
I just don't see me getting all of the extra points I need to get, but it's worth a shot.
So ultimately, we got a few factions that didn't really want to get into battles here. And birds that do want to get into battles didn't do enough to bats. Bats tried really hard to stay out of the way. And birds really tried hard to avoid anything to do with Woodland Alliance. So bats set up on the other side of them. Birds also didn't get very lucky with the cards that they drew. And it's been rough on their decree getting stuff in that move column. Everything else looks good though. It's a good decree other than could use a little bit more movement.
You know what's funny? Just to share a short personal anecdote that relates to this game somewhat. I actually played a game with UW-Tron, BW, and Droof, and Droof was Otters, and I believe I was Cats in the matchup. BW's in the chat; he could correct me if I'm mistaken. But Droof basically kept moving around with the Otters and then always parking back where I was in the corner of the board, so nobody else could hit him.
Yep.
And
common Otters.
It was much funnier. It was much funnier than this example because it's Otters, and people have strong opinions about Otters.
Doesn't work.
But it reminds me very much of this game where UW-Tron strategically placed bat warriors in areas that were away from the birds.
Yeah, those warriors are just so valuable. There are a lot of factions that just got to stay out of the way sometimes. And with a faction like Birds, Charismatic, you have to make sure you're not going to get attacked by them, because that is how your game gets ruined. Yeah. Little recap for you, Poker Face. Woodland Alliance has been threatening to win in the last couple turns, and Bats has Bats were up there first. Birds were always looking good. Woodland Alliance made a big burst. And now Bats, well, not a big burst, but Woodland Alliance got a reasonable burst and then got slowed down enough where they both didn't have the right supporters to actually use. They have a ton of bunnies in their supporters and no good place to spend them. So right now, if the table stops Bats, Woodland Alliance is just going to win. Like, Woodland Alliance is in way too good of a position.
Yes, to answer your question, Poker Face, Bats have an anvil in hand, and they do have it on their turn. At the
I'm still. We're getting to that. As for Birds, they're 2 turns away. Charismatic.
I don't see the math working there.
Not seeing a way to make it work. Was unable to talk Cats into it because Cats are easily in last place, unfortunately for them. And as a result, Bird's currently threatening with having a lot of bird cards this game. And sitting on Anvil. Everybody knows it's there. And Birds themselves are just, they don't quite have the actions to get through even 10. They'd only get 2 battles on 10 if they went for it, which is not enough to stop both factions. That's basically the only thing I could see going for them. If they, had a little bit more to do over there. But it's a tricky situation because, this is elimination time for Kaiser here. Trying to thread the needle between 2 very strong insurgents.
And I think Kaiser has played pretty well this game. I think what happened, unfortunately, is he just got boxed in. I wouldn't say that he made any glaring mistakes that set him back. He just, when Woodland Alliance set up that base on 10, was very early on in the game, and that just really cut off his ability to get efficiently to the other side of the board.
Yeah, but even turn 1, that kind of decision carries out, it carries throughout the whole game. So Kaiser made the decision to take the risk and not attack Sympathy on 10. So birds set up in 11, Woodland Lions set up in 6, 9, and 10. They were only able to revolt on 10, it turned out. But birds chose to not give up a bird card to Woodland Lions. And, you know, not risk, and risk the base showing up in 10. And unfortunately lost the gamble. And they, you know, they said they regretted it pretty quickly. You know, that is not where they wanted it to show up. Because all of a sudden they are boxed in because of that. Sometimes you do have to get rid of those immediate kinds of risks because some bases are just, you know, too risky. And birds have been good about avoiding any turmoil situations. It's just that I think they took the wrong gamble even turn 1. After that, you still have to do something to keep Woodland Lions in check and get to the other side towards bats. Because bats were having the most momentum, and fighting over an area with cats is not productive. After all, that slowed the cats down a lot, and it slowed birds down a little bit.
What am I doing?
But that's all it takes when, you know, these other factions are going to win on turn 7 because birds ended up eventually having to walk into some Sympathy at a time where it became really bad.
But how could birds have dealt with 10 from the get-go?
Just walk in, hit it. That's it.
But they were in 12, so they would have had to put 2
no, they're in 11
into movement. Oh.
Yeah, they started in 11. They went from 11 to 7, turn 1. But this is not the only game where I've seen birds do the exact same turn 1 decision and then regret it for the entire game. I've seen this exact thing play out before. That kind of stuff does snowball. Obviously, it's not enough to just say, you know, game winning or losing decision, in my opinion, because there are all kinds of other things that added up after the fact. You know, birds can still win, even though they let a base happen in 10. They just have to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does seem like a bit like a bridge too far to say it was a mistake to avoid the Sympathy in 10 to save a bird card when you had a safer place to go. I mean,
yeah,
I don't know if I would say that was a mistake, but
it's a risk.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And it's something you can regret when, you know, when going to bed after the game and you're like, man, what if I did this instead? Staying up all night thinking about how you could have played differently. Because sometimes those losses stick with you. That's how you got to learn from them.
Yeah, but I don't know if this, like, for me, the losses that stick with you are the ones where you had it and you just bungled it. You know, like, I don't know that it's hard to know if birds ever really, quote unquote, had this game.
There was definitely a time where I felt birds were in the best position in this game. But I don't think they capitalized by hitting the bats.
Well, and I think bats had a very clever play when they destroyed that roost in 8, which neither of us expected. That actually was a pivotal choice that UW-Tron made. And I wonder if the reason why he made it was because in his calculus, he realized this is an opportunity to not kneecap the birds, but
really, well, birds definitely needed to be slowed down. And the other factions were not going to do it. Because birds were getting in cats' way. If cats got like a lot more annoyed by birds, then yeah, they might have taken revenge. But we weren't really getting there yet. We were getting close to it. Bats bought themselves some time when they hit 11 that turn because it kind of lessened the pressure between birds and cats and made it so birds were even less likely to venture across the base. But I mean, it comes down to things like there's a little bit of a sunk cost fallacy, and like you're kind of waiting for something to be punishable, and you're waiting for the right moment, but it just never quite lines up well enough. Like it's always painful to go do it.
Here goes nothing.
It's always painful to actually go do the policing. It's just that after some time, it's just too much, and you missed the opportunity. And the time to do it was definitely a few turns ago.
Ambush.
Okay, we got Bunny in battle, mouse and move. Bunny in battle. Could technically go after the base in 9, but I doubt it. Probably going after sympathy if I had to guess, just to get points. Kind of what it sounded like to me. They got safety, build an 8, but not much else going on over there. They got 3 sympathy they can pick up in another battle. So this feels like just get those points kind of turn. Just got to execute it and get some sympathy if they're just going to stick to that. But they might be going after something bigger, like, there's 3 clearings where there are a lot of things on Bunny. But sometimes it's pretty hard to choose between these kinds of lose-lose scenarios. Everything has those huge risks that, they're not going to pay off. So it's just too painful to choose which one you're going to pick.
Lightly defended in 8. Will you destroy it and then build in its place?
Thinking Cat's not really interested in much right now. But yeah, if they do that, go ahead.
That is incredibly low on my priority. It would still be either like doing something in 1 or dealing with the sympathy. It is something I could do if it helps. I mean, I assume that's to stop you from turmoiling or something.
It's less to stop me from turmoiling. I'm more just trying to think. I
think birds just do it.
Blood the fox clearings, bats can't.
Okay, there's an idea here.
I think they can still get it. I think I'm tilting at windmills.
Yeah, this sets it up for Wood Alliance, almost no matter what.
So like, I don't think we're gonna be able to stop the craft. So they're starting on 27.
Yeah. I mean, we're not stopping the craft. My thought is I'm just gonna swap a bunch of guys in both fox clearings to make empowers riskier.
Yeah.
Well, it's not empowers that are the points necessarily. There's also sympathy out there.
I could at least make it so they're not ruling. So in theory, they can't oppress off of 1, and they won't be able to empower off of 1. But
right.
Well, they definitely won't be able to oppress anything.
Would have to do that in a way that we keep.
They're also unable to agitate anything, which is a pretty big deal.
Full of.
Because right now they only have 1 non-bird card, and agitate's a very useful tool.
Supporters. So like, right now he should still be able to get at least 2 sympathy out. So that's
definitely easier to stop bats than Wood Alliance.
So he'd be at 25.
In order to stop bats, you're propping up Wood Alliance, and they can't do anything about Wood Alliance.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Craft.
Is this so W?
Yeah, hidden warrants is also gonna. Yeah, I just. There's so many. I don't know if anything we could do gets us to 1 more turn.
I don't think there is, but it's worth trying.
Birds only get there if cats get convinced.
Because if you stop bats enough where they maybe don't win, then they would be forced to try and police me too.
Yeah,
true.
The kind of circular policing idea, I guess.
I mean, if I'm bats there and they're just setting up Wood Alliance, I'm just letting Wood Alliance win.
Time to go cry.
If there's like no possible way for bats to win there,
I can do the Wood Alliance with hidden warrants, but
Like, I'm not letting the guy that ruined my game to win.
So I am gonna.
See, that's the kind of revenge king making that you get yourself into, unfortunately.
Is that what you're saying? That or Cats?
And that kind of thing's a reasonable threat sometimes.
Yeah, you think through your turn.
The Woodland Alliance. I'm trying to do math on the Woodland Alliance because I think even if we hit them,
but that's like if you know you absolutely can't win, like you're not gonna get another turn. And they did this just to stop you.
I mean, if
like the most I could do
Alliance
is go
at that point they're winning.
But yeah, can Bats ever stop Woodland Alliance?
Woodland Alliance.
Other than this sit on a base.
Bats have 2 points on the board from assemblies.
Yeah, I mean, I would be doing something about 1, so they wouldn't have 1 point from that. But I'm not sure if we're able to do something in.
Yeah, I mean, I can recruit here in 9, and then I can march into 10. I've got a good deal of guys to work with.
I got 2 hits.
Give some sympathy, which is suboptimal, but
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna give sympathy to WA, there's just like 0 chance I could stop them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put it there instead, I suppose.
Yeah. There's no way Bats can do enough about Woodland Alliance if no one else is.
I mean, there's going to be some sympathy.
So at that point, if people are just trying to
no matter
stop you, well, you know, show them what that gets.
It gets them down on their scoring track at least.
Bats will still have a it's going to come down to things like rolls, of course. And Bats will still have plenty of other opportunities. So it's not like Bats are totally out if they're removed from 10 and 1. But if they're removed from both completely, I mean, that's the kind of situation you can't usually come back from. That's all the presence they have right now. After all,
I mean,
they have their weaknesses.
And 5, assuming no ambush, and then park a bunch of guys in 10.
So this is the kind of situation where Bats get to think about if the ambushes are worth it.
Actually hit the Bats, and I still think that's in your best interest because
I'm going to. Oh no, I mean I've got 2 bird battles I can use into the fox clearing.
Yeah, because you guys do have martial law literally in every clearing, so it's still advantageous for you to take out. I will
still be hitting the Bats.
Okay.
All right. Let's see it. Definitely not in the bag yet. Birds, all they can really do is hope that both factions can't win. I certainly wouldn't give up either.
Ambush.
This is all they can really contribute to it.
So that's...
But they were sounding a bit defeated earlier.
Yeah, just...
Now that they heard Cats might actually do something about 1, a lot more reasonable.
I don't think I have a choice, though. I mean... Okay. 1, 2... So I think I'm just going to move forward with where I'm at this point. I've done my double recruit into that mouse clearing.
All right. What's their bunny move?
I think that's just what I'm going to do. 2, 3, 4.
Now, Bats do have a little bit of extra tricks with their craftables. If they manage to get 3 assemblies out there, They have shown the ability to do a little bit more. They did just draw a Silver Tongue. The table hasn't seen that in the bat's hand.
Really aggressive. That's super aggressive if I do that.
That's another way to possibly get a point. It's not from Empower. It'd be
At
from
this point,
Oversee.
That's the game, right? Yeah.
But that's one way to get there.
Okay, I'm gonna put mice in a bush and recruit instead, and I'll just be some sort of crazy guy.
All right, we got crazy birds, according to Kaiser. Definitely able to get away with that. It's not like anyone's going to remove them fully from mouse clearings. Not on this turn. Not the priority.
Yeah, okay, I'm fine.
And they don't need another move.
Rabbit to fox.
Okay, so that's the rabbit move after all. Just the one movement into 10.
7 of these 8.
Leaving one guy behind. Not bad.
I'm going to trigger outrage. I do not have any cards in hand.
Hoping to roll 5 damage here. This is not too many to bother ambushing.
I'm going to battle the bats and fox. And
no
10.
ambush. Yeah, no ambush.
Yeah, no reason to ambush this battle. Getting a 3. Oh.
That's chill.
All right, looking good.
I so wish I had another fox battle.
Yep.
Oh.
Keeping all those birds there is also good for anti-Wooden Alliance.
Ambush.
And they got the martial law set up. Oh, and they got the 1/1.
That's super lame. Super lame.
Well, they did the average amount of hits. It was just in the average amount of hits, just not
that's actually
what they wanted to see.
I'm gonna battle in 6 or 9, whatever that number is. 9. Will Alliance ambush.
Now looking way better for bats again. 3-1. Losing the roost.
Did you have 3 warriors there or 2?
I had 2.
So I remove your roost.
Oh yeah, I didn't see what that was a 3. Good. Yeah.
Right, I get a point.
Them's the break. It's unfortunate.
You don't see that every day.
And then last battle, 11. Ambush?
No ambush.
All right, that's a possible point for bats gone.
All right. That's 4 points and 2 cards.
But as it is here, the assembly in 10 is gonna be worth points using Silver Tongue. We got Prentice, able to craft something.
Giving over that point to Woodland Alliance was not in my math. Okay. Because they just need to place.
So cats have been thinking about Woodland Alliance math.
Win unless something really weird happens.
I don't know. I got to a point where I thought I would have more birds die in that battle against the bats. I turmoil on recruit at this point. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, well.
Uh,
Probably not getting another turn anyway.
Yeah.
I think we all hate the board state.
Except for bats.
Bats are okay so far, but not
Bats
guaranteed.
Both are fine.
It's not
True.
guaranteed.
I hate the board state because bats are still winning, I think, pretty easily. And
I think so.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's not necessarily pretty easily.
Man, I hate this.
We'll see.
This is what, 2 agitate, or yeah, I mean, depending.
Cats must use Apprentice, by the way. That's a must action.
Yep. Let me see which one I want to do.
Big weakness for cats this game. They've only ever had 2 sawmills. They're just not able to build more. That's why they're not keeping pace. Had to fight over some building slots a little bit too much. Then started worrying about cats in 1 and then built recruiters. But cats do have the option to do some stuff here. Raiding party is an extra battle. And that's pretty meaningful. So is Mouse Squires, but they can only craft box if they entreat anyway.
Mr. Bats, if I hold you, do you have anything you can do to stop Woodland, or is it just like they win if I stop you?
I mean,
They're
you should
just
take
gonna
my word
tell you
for
they
it.
can stop you. Like he's just.
Yeah, the answer is they just
literally
win.
just gonna say you shouldn't take my word for it. That's all I was gonna say. But you could do the math. I seems very unlikely. I could what am I gonna do to them? I can't. The thing I could have done to them that would have been the closest is kill the base, but now I don't have guys like.
Yeah, no,
there.
that's not possible.
Yep.
I mean, it might be possible, but it's not how I'm gonna win the game most likely. So.
Not really what cats want to hear. A little bit too honest.
Look, you should do the math yourself. You don't take my word for it. But I just looking at the math in Warrens, and it seems tough for them not to win to me.
Yeah. Because they have what, 11 supporters, 12 supporters. I can't even count with how many they have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
if I
that's
kill
like
5
a lot.
and
It's still incredibly suboptimal. Like I think I'm really gonna have to math it out to win with just I don't know. I mean,
I still think.
I think I would guess I'd be surprised if I didn't have it, but it's not just like okay, it's my turn, the game's immediately over. Like I think I'd have to math it out and find kind of solve the puzzle.
Well, at the moment, if not attacked, bats do have a
but that's that's
seemingly guaranteed win.
I think that's why I still think it's just got to be a bats priority still, because.
But the table doesn't know the card that allows for that.
Sympathy again. You guys have martial law everywhere, so it's incredibly costly for me to put those support or sympathy back where they've been removed.
I mean, the problem is these are the sympathy I would take out, right? And that just gives you a place to organize.
Right, but I mean, I have places to organize anyway. Like I have.
Well, you have one place to organize with Hidden Warrens, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could go up here. I don't know. I mean, I'm not even sure taking out these sympathy helps all that much because it just opens up easy organizes.
If I had to predict what happens,
but I don't know. I haven't looked
probably don't remove the assembly from 1. But they'll be able to contest a rule enough. If bats cannot rule over anything on their turn, then that's probably the scenario where they don't win, because it's kind of like they have 6 available points at the moment to me that are reasonably easy to get. They have more if they go for more sympathy, but they give up bird cards if they do that. Because let's say you recruit in 5 and 6, then you attack one of them. Well, the bird card that's still in your hand then goes over to the wooden alliance, and you can't use it anymore to attack the other one. So they can't that easily clean up multiple sympathy when they got this many bird cards. But you can get rid of one of them pretty easily. You're just susceptible to an ambush, which, hey, you got one in hand to cancel it out.
1, 2, 3. It's not a great 3.
So that's one of them. If bats rule over 1 thing and manage to have, like, let's say let's say they go after, say, 1, 8, and 10, because 10 stays alive. Just put down an assembly, discard the card in 8. Reasonable. Recruit 1 guy and then 1.
Okay, because you can get
spawn, attack 5. They get to craft anvil and silver tongue.
And no matter where else they get cleared,
that's how they get a lot of their points right here.
Oh, hate this.
And one likely in power for 6 points. And if they didn't have to use ambush, that's another guy that goes in 1. But that's using the current board state in mind. If cats contest 1 at all, that takes away a lot of the opportunity there. So there's definitely no guarantee for bats.
I'd be somewhat surprised if the cats just move a bunch of guys into 1.
Like, what are you gonna assemble in battle? Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, they seem averse to just let Woodland Alliance win. And that might be the deal breaker. Well, not deal breaker, but that might be what sways in the end.
I really don't want.
Maybe they hate bats just enough.
What it's gonna take.
Ultimately, cats really are just too far behind. There's no way you're stopping all 3 of the other factions to get another turn, which is the problem here.
1, 2.
And even then, could they even win on their next turn? Well, the only way they get close is if they march, build a sawmill, overwork, that kind of stuff. And they can only do that if they put enough guys in either 1 or 7. That'll let them build in 6 or 7.
Because you have 4 birds and something else.
And they gotta, if they put all their guys in 1, that means they're probably abandoning 6. And then that's all of a sudden easy cardboard for cats to get. Or they're abandoning 2 or 3. And then that's easy cardboard for bats. So if cats are too careless with how they move out, then all of a sudden there's an easy target. But hey, they might move.
I do not want to just hand the game to Woodland Alliance, but if I don't, I'm just baby raging and not actually playing. Because the actual turn would be for me to attack him at 1, to do something, to force you to do something against Woodland Alliance, and I just basically pray. But that's silly. I know if you just sit there and pray that Woodland Alliance doesn't win, they're just going to win. That's how they work.
Yeah, bats cannot stop that if removed from 1, which is just the situation. I mean, what are they going to do? Fully recruit on 9. That's their whole turn? Does that even stop Woodland Alliance? No. Because that base of 9 isn't doing anything.
This decision for me.
Right now, 9 is useful for hidden warrens, moving a guy all the way to 4. Bats can't just remove all those warriors.
For what it's worth, you're sitting and praying that I don't win might actually work. I'm currently mathing it out, and I just have I'm like 1 card short for all the pivotal clearings. And
there is martial law everywhere.
Being able to move out of 10 with the hidden warrens is really crippling me. I have to move out of 9, which means the only clearing I can go to is 4, which means I can't even like bring a bunch of guys to 4 to like then move out of 4 and organize.
Hidden warrens does ignore rule.
Can you move out of 10 with hidden warrens?
can definitely move out of 10.
Well, but then it's here, and like that doesn't help me. It's the same. My point is, I can only get one. I can't bring a haul of guys to a clearing with hidden warrens and then spread to multiple clearings from there, which is my out to win, because I can spread 2 sympathy with my supporters.
Well, let's do a little counting.
And one of them has to
after that claim,
which means I can't move organized there. I can't move organized there anyway because I don't rule 10. And then my other one is
thing comes back to me because I turmoil on recruit. I'm gonna be so sad.
If we stop bats, I seriously don't think I'm winning. Because the only clearings I can spread to with my supporters are the only clearings I can get to with.
Well, that would be a pretty funny scenario, to be honest. It really does. If it really did come back to birds.
So I can spread 3 sympathy and get to 28.
Not impossible.
And I don't have any.
And bats still win.
Especially because birds spent so long taking that turn.
Supporters, I'm gonna win easily on my turn, but I'm sitting.
Well, they're all taking their time,
and I don't see the out.
I mean, this has been a long turn, but nowhere near as long as the bat's turn.
They're all taking their time.
I'm not saying. I don't know. I can't see your card, so I don't know. But you have a lot of ways to spread, I think.
Yeah, because automatically 11 is spread too. Then he gets at least one more spread off of. Even with martial law, I should get one more, and then you're at. He just needs to spread 2 the other way. He has 1 automatically with hidden warrants.
I mean, he has 2 from. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where he can spread, but if he can spread to 11 and 7, he wins for sure, because he can get to 1.
I can't get to 11 and 7. That's my problem. I'm 1 short to get to 7.
Yeah, their weakness right now is the amount of mouse cards in there. And that's a big mouse block. Right after 11, you got more mouse.
The lack of mouse cards.
All right, I guess it's just, don't just baby rage. Actually play it out. I hate that, but, we'll see if this goes. I think this is wrong, and I'm just giving Woodland Alliance the victory. I am using Apprentice to craft Raiding Party.
Well, if this scenario worked, I feel like maybe the scenario would actually be Brazen Demagogue for cats.
After moving on your turn, you may...
And just hope that there's a Dom play that lines up for you.
That is, I've now placed...
But I don't think they can actually get any, which is the funny part.
Should have gone first, sorry. I cannot craft.
Yeah, there's no way to get them all.
3 actions. I will move...
Unless they moved guys into 5.
With 2 guys from here.
Right? How many?
Here. Actually, another guy from here. I will be battling here.
Risky in 2.
Raiding Party, will you ambush me?
No. I'm thinking about this one. I do think they can technically spare a card, but after this roll,
wow.
I mean, you can see how it goes after roll, and I mean, that's the kind of roll that they needed.
So that was the first of my actions.
Yep, 1 action down.
After moving on your turn, you may return this to hand to battle in the destination. Okay, return it to hand.
Yep.
Okay. That was my battle. I have 2 more
to go.
actions.
Can hit it twice, but then bats could probably just show up on 2. So they still have to.
I mean, if you are going to do this, I just
back and build.
It would be nice if you at least make sure you're going to win. If you can.
Also, this makes it easier for
otherwise,
Win Alliance a little bit.
Like, I don't know.
It'll depend on the rolls too.
Well, I mean.
Well, right. If the point of this is to get another turn, if you don't win next turn, then.
No, the point is to stop you from obviously winning on your turn, and then hope that you do something to me to extend the game.
Yeah, and then it goes back to cats and cats.
How, by the way.
Right, but
it's always the thing you can throw at Win Alliance.
Stop the leader
or someone like that
stands, because anything can happen after that. He's guaranteed not winning if he doesn't stop you. So telling him to make sure he can win just doesn't help the situation.
This is all Win Alliance can say though.
I should be.
Gotta say it.
Well, I think it does. Like, this does make it harder for me to win. I don't know if it's guaranteed anymore.
Yeah.
So.
I will
Hard to say.
overwork here with.
They don't have any
dog.
bird cards.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
They're just gonna craft a recruiter.
I'll fix that in a second. Get my wood. I will spend this 3 wood to place a recruiter down in 6.
Wow.
And that will
That's 3 actions.
Points.
This should probably be good enough for bats then.
Actions, I will draw 3 cards.
All right, so
number 3. What does that mean? No camera number 3. How come when I'm hovering the deck and hitting 3, it's saying no camera number 3?
Sounds
you're
like
probably hitting shift 3.
Yeah. I am not. Okay.
Sticky
my
keys.
Shift was, I guess, sticky keyed. And then I need to get rid of one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, well, bats need to recruit 3 guys in 1 to rule it.
And get rid of you.
Then they just throw away a card in 8. They get to banish in 1.
So if I
return the ambushed hand first, just in case.
That battle.
I think they just don't get the sympathy point here if they go that route.
Let's do a symbol.
But it helps so much to be able to rule over 1 clearing.
Should do it. Maybe.
They don't get a craft anvil and silver tongue. If they don't have 3 things. And you definitely want them both. So you're probably just going to spend one of the bird cards to throw an assembly just anywhere.
Recruit assemble.
And there's still a loyalist, actually.
Where's the card?
So because of that, they could throw it. You know, they could recruit twice in like 11 instead, and then they don't have to rule over 1 anymore. But still gotta. Okay, so if they did that, then that's 1 point, 2 points, 2 points.
Ambushes, because that ambushes in the.
They don't need the empower because they get the 1 from oversee, 2 from anvil.
Yeah. Okay.
Or no, because it's 2 from oversee. All right, so recruit twice, assemble,
and then craft.
It is sympathy would be the situation there, and just hope to not get ambushed. They still get, even if they get ambushed, they still get a chance to banish in 1.
So I will recruit.
Got to do it in the right order, ultimately. They can also set up in 5. And they can discard the card this way. So yeah, this seems a little bit safer. An ambush does... an ambush going after sympathy here.
Move. Make sure this is gonna work. Yeah, should work.
Outrage, if you're doing that move.
Right, yeah. Think about that. I guess I need to battle first, but that's fine. That's okay, but he doesn't have an ambush. Wait, okay, let me think about this. Sorry.
All right, taking back a little bit more.
Is there a cleaner way to do this?
So, yeah, looking for the 5 points here.
Orders, then we see the bunny. Okay, so it's safe. Okay.
You got to naturally rule over at least 1 thing, and they're probably able to do it.
Then move. Actually, I don't even need to move.
Silver Tongue lets them do the second one. They don't need the Empower.
Somehow this went like disastrously wrong.
And also shouldn't risk it.
Probably good enough. Okay, so I'll spend this to battle the. I will not do that.
And in the
I'll
ambush.
spend this to battle the WA Sympathy.
No ambush back. So bats need.
Okay, then let me just make sure this is
Okay, it's locked in from here.
So I roll 5, so that's gonna flip. And then I craft hammer and silver tongue, and that does it. That's 4 points. Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so I'll go to daylight.
I was thinking that the cat's move was going to be a little bit more impactful after hearing them talk about it. But bats are able to find just enough over here.
On number 10 to press there.
Yeah, and then I'll craft the hammer with 10 and silver tongue with 5 and 1. And then I'll go to adjourn. I will use silver tongue to rule 10. So these flip. And then I score 2 points.
GG's.
GG's.
GG.
GG.
GG, congrats on the win.
I'm fretting for no reason. I spent so much time fretting that, and I was like, he still probably got it, right?
It was close.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't guaranteed.
Yeah.
But
it was tough.
it was close enough and within a reason to have a good shot.
Yeah.
I think I screwed myself with my placement of my Homeland clearings. I think I should have done 5, 1, and 2, and had you chill in 5, because you chilling in 1 the whole time. I was just so stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have moved out of 1. I think, like, I would have moved on to 6 that one turn, except, like, if you had gone, if you had gotten to 5, that would have been better, because then I would have just moved on to 5 and chilled.
Yeah, bats and cats definitely are at odds with each other a lot of the time, because bats can upset, in this case, the wood flow through 1. Like 1 is still a very important clearing for cats because it's on the corner.
Yeah.
Even though it's just a workshop, it's still a rough clearing to be on. And then being pressured by birds on the other side really made it rough for cats. Just, rough on both sides.
I kept trying to step out like 1 clearing more just to like maintain a balance or a buffer, so to speak. But then it just,
I would have.
Dealing with 1 was a problem.
I would have gone to 6, but the turn you built in 6, you moved a bunch of guys there, and then it wasn't worth it because
Yep.
Yeah, I was trying to keep military prowess to keep the.
Oh yeah, I should have said something
more
because
but...
I would have just moved there, and then I'm out of your way. And I would have kept martial law because I moved before W.
Yeah, gotta have a lot of communication between bats and cats for it to work for both ways. So
I feel like
bats did their little attempt to make little deals, but cats needed to ask for a little bit more, in my opinion. Because bats were just able to get away with too much.
I was shocked by how easily you were able to maintain your card draw even with crafting consistently. I was like, okay, he's crafted card or whatever, like it's fine. And then it was just like you had the same 5 cards in your hand the whole game that it was just like consistently scoring. I was like, oh wow, okay, this is devastating.
Yeah, good luck with all those birds.
Yeah. My goal with bats is typically I draw until I have like 2 or 3 birds, and then I start crafting. It's like a general rule.
Yep. Don't want to use the birds. Didn't have to use them up.
Yeah.
That was hard to stop because I feel like no matter where I was gonna go, I was always gonna leave a couple buildings exposed for you to like do stuff to. So it was like, yeah, what do I prioritize? Like once you held 2, it was like, well, I'm kind of dedicated at this point to what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Tough. GG's though.
Yeah, GG's. That was
GG's.
Quite close, actually. Yeah. I was like a couple things away from not having it.
Yep.
Congrats on joining the 3-0 club.
Oh, were you? Nice.
Yeah.
Any words for your fans out there? How can they reach 3-0 one day?
Draw bird cards as bats.
All right, you heard it here, everybody.
Draw bird cards. Flash forward.
Roll better in powers.
Yeah.
You actually didn't get great in powers that game.
I didn't have great in powers. Yeah, this would have. I had been rolling some more zeros than ones, it would have been.
Yeah, too many twos put you in a weird spot a lot of the time.
Yeah, twos are like the most annoying because 3, I just always take the loyalist, and then 2s. I messed up that. I was afraid that one stupid time I empowered where I shouldn't have and rolled a 0, that was going to cost me, because that 1 point would have actually mattered in a lot of scenarios. But
BW says you got anti-fans too, so you better watch out.
Oh no, I got haters.
Better watch out in bracket. Got enemies.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, apparently.
Well, BW's gonna have to make it to you.
Yeah. Wait, is BW one of the anti-fans? Damn.
I don't know.
It's a tough enemy to have.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, yeah, congrats. Thanks everyone else for participating, and good luck in remaining games if you still have any.
Nope, I just got knocked out.
Yeah, unfortunate for you, but still a couple chances left.
Yeah.
Now you can play base deck.
Ooh.
Now you can focus fully on RTM, you know?
All right. Well,
GG's.
GG's. It's a fun one.
It was. It's a good game.
Yep. See you guys later.
See ya. All right, let me give a quick look at the stream. The schedule. So there are 2 more games tomorrow night. One of them streamed, at least. They're both at the same time anyway. I'm not doing them both, obviously. I'm streaming C13, which is Chicken X, Demarogue, Lyle the Brick, and Smichael again. Hoping to get a little bit of a on-stream run back, I guess. And then I'm doing one other game, A15, on next Monday. Then after that, bracket.
Well, I can join you for commentary for the rest of them.
Nice. Well, with that other game rescheduling, well, another one just opened up.
The one that is on Monday was a reschedule?
Yeah, it was supposed to be. It was the game that was supposed to be yesterday that there was a no-show for, unfortunately. But they managed to figure it out. And it's going to be Monday. All right, so next stream in about 20 hours. See you guys then.